up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Straight Talk with Trevor, the podcast, where no topic is off limits.
I ain't trying to fuss, but it's a must, you gon' respect this. Plus your nuts will touch the dust, you trying to check this. You ain't insane, I write your name down on my checklist. You think I'm playing, I leave you laying, I leave you breathless. As human beings instead of being so many tribal. You ain't seen what I have seen in my society.
Hey, I'm just a man with a microphone. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations.
Straight Talk Sessions, live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
What's up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, the Man Talk Monday edition. Let me know if you guys can hear me real quick with a mic check. I am Mr. Straight Talk, the man with the greatest beard on YouTube. Oh, boy. We have a tremendous show lined up for you. For some reason, I just cannot hear myself. You think with all this equipment that I have, okay, there I go. Peace to everybody that's already lining up in the chat. Y'all know how I do it. I do come on like 15 minutes early. The official Straight Talk Man Talk Monday will start at 6, but I like to get the announcements out of the way before we actually start the show. So here we go with the official announcements. Y'all make sure and tune in. Let me go through the lineup real quick about what we got going on the show. It's just weird because for some reason I just cannot hear myself. I don't know if it's the positioning of my speakers or what it is. Yeah, I appreciate that. Kevin, the beard is beard, and I do pride myself. I don't have it up top, but I damn sure could grow this fantastic beard. So real quick, let's go through what we got coming up on the channel this week. If y'all haven't, y'all check out that first episode of Tape Fist Politics. Man, Venkat, Mike, MD, and Ricardo did such a tremendous job, man. I thought it was a fantastic show. And guess what? Speaking of Tape Fist Politics, they will be back in the building tomorrow night at 6 o'clock with episode 2 of Tape Fist Politics entitled Greg Absurd. So if y'all don't know, Tape Fist Politics is a chance for Venkat to get out everything that he's been holding in with his political point of view. But what makes it so great is that he has Mike to play off of, and he also has Venkat. Now everybody knows, he also has MD. Everybody knows that MD is the radical Republican. So it's great to see those two go back and forth with one another. We will not be having a Wrestling with Reality show this Wednesday because I got dad duties take precedence. This Wednesday, there's something going on at my daughter's school that I had to be a part of. And we would have been reviewing the WWE Payback show from this Wednesday, and we did a live watch along. So, we kind of did our reviews already. So we did do a live watch along this past Saturday. Y'all make sure and go watch that. It was Venkat, MD, and myself. We watched the pay-per-view and reacted as it was going on. So we will not be doing the Wrestling with Reality show this week. There's really no need to do it. We already covered the CM Punk news up and down. So, Mike, the link I emailed you guys the link for the Man Talk Monday crew. Oh man, but I appreciate everybody. Eyeballs are coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed your Labor Day holiday. I enjoyed mine. Basically doing yard work, working on the lawn, washing my wife's vehicle, manly stuff. I did get a few hours in to play some PS5, which was great. I advanced my Dolphin season. I think I got like 4 or 5 games left to go in the regular seasons before we make it to the playoffs. And I missed and simulated one of the games, and for some reason they had the lowly garbage Browns defeat me. So now I have a blemish on my record, and because of that, I'm just going to take it out on the rest of the teams on my schedule. So yeah, Keela saying she enjoyed herself with her hubby. Mike's not Mike. I got Mike on my brain. Kevin said he enjoyed his on the couch. Yeah, I would have loved to do that, but there were some things that I was putting off. And whenever I do get a chance to get a day off, I like to get some things in. I think my next day off, I'm probably going to do some painting and things like that. You know, it just never stops, man. I got these trees I had to take down. I had to take down a last piece of the fence, you know, before we get our new fence, and just all type of stuff. So let me so we will not be having Wrestling with Reality this week, but we do have a debate this Thursday at 6:05. We do have a debate between Peter Cox. Oh man, hold on, because this logo is blocking his face, and I don't like to do that. So we will have a debate this Thursday between Peter Cox and brother Stacy Mobley, which I cannot wait for this debate. Kev, the link, I did email you, Mike and Wayne, the link. So it is, check your emails. We do have a debate this Thursday entitled, "Is it wrong to play musical instruments in worship service today?" That'll be this Thursday at 6:30 p.m. I cannot wait for that one. You know, hey, y'all been around any length of time, y'all have heard Peter Cox. Peter Cox is what he is, and y'all gonna get that unchained energy from his debates. But Stacy Mobley is a newcomer to the Straight Talk Society, so I'm very interested to see what he presents, which is interesting because earlier today, me and my wife were watching a video, and I'm not gonna say who it was, but we were watching the video, and a particular brother started to shout, and so while he was shouting, I looked at my wife and I said, you realize what Stacy Mobley is saying is that all that music that's being played in the background, he is going to show you biblically that that's wrong. So I cannot wait for this, man. Y'all talk about, I've enjoyed all the debates we've had over here on the channel, and they will continue as far as I know, but I cannot wait for this one because that is going to be that's going to be fantastic. Like, bro, that's going to be insane. All right, let me read this chat because I like the piece. Venkat, Ricardo. Yeah, Mike said link me, but Mike, I emailed you the link. Kev, my cousin Kevin. Kevin is saying keep a Francisco on the Rolodex. I have no idea what that means, but let me get through the rest of the shows we got coming up. Then this Friday we will be having the MMA brothers. They will be doing a UFC 293 preview show. And let me tell you what the MMA brothers have done that I like. They have went ahead and locked in all their shows ahead of time, so I can get it on the schedule and I know what's going on. So this Friday at 7:30, we will be having a UFC 293 preview show, and then they'll be back Sunday with the UFC 293 review show, Sunday at 10 a.m. The reason they're doing it at 10 a.m. is because, like me, like them, like every other person in America, the NFL season is back, and they got to get it out of the way because I'm not running no boards during the Miami Dolphin games. And, you know, they don't want to be doing no review shows while the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are playing. So we decided that they were going to do all their review shows during football season at 10 a.m. So it's a sacrifice that everyone's going to have to make, but we got to get it done. then I am so happy to announce, so happy, because I was wondering when it was going to happen. September 22nd is the return of the Straight Talk Therapy Sessions with Dr. Mia, episode 3. And that is entitled "Have You Healed from What You Can't Forget?" Or how to forgive what you can't forget. That's the topic of that show. How to forgive what you can't forget. So we will be having episode 3 of the Straight Talk Therapy Sessions with Dr. Mia. So excited that show will be back. So Kevin, make sure you mark that on your schedule, because I'm pretty sure she's going to need you on that one. But that is September 22nd, which is a Friday, and we normally rock that show at 8 o'clock. I'm almost certain that show was scheduled to rock at 8 o'clock. So let's see what's going on in chat. Keela and her Dallas Cowboy for life. Oh boy. Yeah. Whatever. We'll see. I hope you keep that same energy once Miami puts his beat down on them. So that's that. So let's get into I wonder where my co-hosts are. Let me see. Let me put the link in the chat just in case they didn't get the email. And this link is only for the co-hosts on Man Talk Monday. So let me put that link in the chat. So Mike, Wayne, Kev, if y'all didn't get the email, I know I sent it, but if you're having trouble getting on that way, go ahead and hit the link. Yeah, December 24, 2023. She has the Mullets versus Dallas, but it is the Miami Dolphins versus the Dallas Cowgirls. We will be taking care of business. You know how that goes. So Saturday night we did a WWE Payback watch along show, and I thought it was a good show. We tried to keep it. We tried not to play anything. We kept the volume down. We did everything that we would do not to go against any standards. We didn't show anything. Nothing like that. I wake up Sunday morning to an email from Facebook. That tells me that your account has been terminated. So this has happened before where somebody hacked my account and I couldn't get back in and whatever. So I had to go through everything and rebuild a Straight Talk Society over on Facebook. So I basically lost it. The original page was Straight Talk with Trevor. Then we had to rebuild it to Straight Talk Society. So we lost the Straight Talk with Trevor, and what was so demoralizing about that is that the podcast feed automatically loaded to that. So we lost that feature. So now even if I was to start back the podcast, I could never put the RSS feed to anything else because they have the RSS feed already going to that Facebook account. So Sunday I was hit with a message that my account was deactivated. Facebook doesn't give you any idea of what happened. They said that too many community guideline, they give you just a general idea, too many guideline things, infractions, blah, 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 blah. The only thing I could think that it was is that there was a time during the show that I heard someone's volume go up, and they are very picky with that they may have clipped that. And then they may have said WWE may have filed a claim on me. WWE has already hit my channel with like 4 or 5 claims, which is ridiculous. The way I support WWE, they don't give a shit about me. They constantly hit my channel with claims. But I think that could be the only thing that I think happens. So I did file the appeal. I did file an appeal, but they're going to get back to me in 30 days, according to them. So there may be a very good chance that me and Facebook is completely done, because if I lose the appeal, then I'm not creating another account. I'm not going in. I don't care. I don't care enough. Whatever. I don't care enough. Anybody that was a Facebook friend of mine, you could get me on IG, or my real close friends, you guys have my phone number. So everybody that's associated with the Straight Talk Society has my phone number. Y'all know how to get in contact with me in real life. There's a reason why the Straight Talk Society is a close-knit family, that only people that have wrenches in the chat are people that actually been to my house, or people that I actually know. So that's why we rock that way. So that's how it is. You're not going to see me on Facebook probably anymore, just because I've been kicked off. Don't know why. We could assume whatever. I've been kicked off. It's crazy though that you can have people actively recruiting people to terrorist organizations, but little loudmouth here in Florida just gets kicked off. But whatever, it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. The only issue is that I lost a streaming platform, because I used to stream the shows, YouTube, Facebook. Can't do that now. I thought that we could stream to IG, but we can't. I'm going to try to stream to Twitter, and I'm also going to create a Twitch and a Rumble account, because those are two accounts that StreamYard allows you to stream to. But hey, listen, the show ain't going to stop. Hey, this is what we do. We're in it for the long haul. So it is what it is. Shit happens. We are the Straight Talk Society, and it's going to continue to roll regardless of what anybody says. But I do need you guys' help. I really, really need you guys to share these shows to your Facebook page, especially now, because I can't do it myself anymore. They completely block me. I can't go in and retrieve anything, nothing. There's nothing I could do anymore when it comes to Facebook. So I do need you guys to help me. I am going to start being more active on Instagram, promoting the shows and things like that. So if you go to my IG page, the Straight Talk Society, the link in the bio will take you to the Straight Talk with Trevor YouTube channel. So that's where we are right now. Hey, it is what it is, man. I appreciate the support. Like I said, the close people that I need, y'all got my phone number. You know, Keela's been to my house a couple of times already. You know what I'm saying? Keela, number one mod, man. I mean, you know, her and her husband's been to my house a couple of times, you know, whatever. So they got my number. Everybody knows how to get in contact with me. So it is what it is. We're going to keep rolling. The train is not going to stop. So with all that being said, guess what? It's time for Man Talk Monday, and we're going to be right back on the other side.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. View the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Fans to see my adversaries buried in the cemetery.
Man Talk Monday.
Yeah.
Straight Talk Sessions live.
You're gonna acknowledge me.
It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. It's time to man up with your hosts, Trevor, Michael, and Wayne.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
All right, just like the disclaimer says, that the views and the opinions of the hosts and the panel does not necessarily reflect that of the Straight Talk Society. So one thing that I did want to mention, we did have a kind of like a production meeting kind of how we're going to start doing these things. And I do need to get these shows under a certain amount of time. And because Man Talk Monday is the flagship show on the channel, it does tend to go longer, but we are going to institute a couple of things that keep the show on the line, and it's not going to go off the rails. Number one being that in the past, we've had panel guests from the outside come on and they could stay on throughout the whole show. That's not going to happen anymore. The truth of the matter is this show is started with me and Michael, and then Wayne, help add a piece to the puzzle, and then Michael was able to get Kev to come on, and the show is focused around us. So we're not allowing anyone to come on, but what I am saying is that we're not going to have anyone come on and stay on the duration of the show and take over the show, basically, because there has been times where I go back and I watch shows. There was a show in particular, Kevin Wayne didn't talk for like an hour and a half. There was a show where Mike didn't say anything for like 45 minutes. We cannot have that happen. The show was still good, but these guys are giving me their time. They're giving me 2 to 3 hours of their Mondays, and the show remains that the show has to be about the guys that are here. So we do. Oh, so okay. So we're full force. So first of all, I want to introduce my co-host. He go by a bunch of names. I guess Mango Mike, Big Money Mike, whatever. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's poppin'? Definitely not Big Money Mike today. I'm Mr. Broke.
Hey, temporary. What's up, Wayne, Mr. Manosphere? What's up, man?
What's happening? Everybody in the chat, everybody on the panel, Kev, Mike, Trev, what's happening?
Black Lion.
Can't call it. And the young phenom that I like to call him, Mr. Polygamy himself. What's up, Kev?
Mr. Peen in your wings.
Yeah, Mr. Peen in your wings. What's up, Kev? Kev, you there? Unmute yourself.
Captain Cape Man.
All right, Kev, we on this time thing, and you
Oh, can you hear me?
Kev. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hear that? Dang it.
No, we didn't hear you.
Damn. I had this whole like
Oh, don't tell me you got some horns in the background.
You are trash.
And I was planning on working on some horns for you for your introduction. I'll have it for next week. So before we get into the top stories, here's what I got to say though. This show is called Man Talk Monday, and part of being a man is we come on here and we argue, we have disagreements and everything like that. But at the end of the day, we can argue, we work the shit out, we do whatever. And as the face of the Straight Talk Society, I am trying my hardest to build a community where everyone can come on and we could do our thing and get the word out. Everybody gets a voice over here. So, and I had to lead by example. So, and a lot of times we get caught up in our emotions and things happen. So we had a show Wednesday where I reacted in a way that, even though it doesn't matter how I felt, my feelings as to why I reacted that way. I could have just been thinking that I was doing something to dead a situation, but in the process of it hurt one of my co-hosts, and not necessarily that it even hurt my co-host, because it goes beyond that, but it hurt my friend. So I value the friendship more than anything than the show, because I've always told y'all I could hit this end button and my life wouldn't change one bit. So it hurt one of my friends. So in the words of the great CM Punk, in the words of the great CM Punk, the apology needs to be as loud as the disrespect. So I do apologize to Mike for what happened Wednesday. I mean, we already talked in the background, but I am a man of principle, and I believe that, you know, even people may have not even knew what happened, but in the event that anybody did see what happened, that I apologize to you publicly. Just because, like, he's my real friend. Like, you guys don't understand that. I think we've known each other since you're probably like 7 or 8 years old. So he's like actually my real friend. So I do apologize the fact that I disrespected him, because that's, you know, we don't do that over here. Like, we get into arguments and things like that, but you never want to make somebody feel like they're unwanted. I can make other people feel that way, but I never want to feel anybody that I say is like a co-host to me, you know, sitting in the chair next to me. Like, you never want to make them feel like they're unwanted. So I apologize for that. So,
hey, I apologize for my part in it as well. I would have never asked you to do it publicly, but I respect that you did, and I'll definitely do mine as well. I've known you since forever. Like, I even put a hole in one of your couches at your dad's house. Oh, and he still owed me money for that, because it wasn't that expensive. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for my part in that, it was childish, it was stupid. It is what it is. We men, and we move on past it, simple and plain. And then he still owed me $3.50. No biggie.
It's crazy that you remember the couch state.
I'll never forget it, bro. I'll never forget it.
Bro, I ain't even go to this, boy. Yeah. My dad beat y'all like a car salesman with that.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. My mom looked at me, she was like, "You sleep on the floor from now on. Don't ever try that again." I was like, "Yep, I got you."
Oh God, I can't believe you forget. Oh man, that's crazy. That's what I'm telling you, man. If y'all know the story, that's why. Damn, hold on, because he just took me back, man. All right, we gotta stay focused. All right, so we got 2 major stories tonight that we're gonna cover, and they are gonna. So it doesn't matter what I play or show after that, they're all gonna be centered around this particular story. So, and we do have a new lead where we're gonna let Kev start off with stuff, just because Kev tends to have the least to say on things. So I do always want Kev to start off on whatever the story is. So let me get it going. Let me bring him right up right now, so we can get this.
On, by the way.
Huh?
That's my mic's on, by the way.
Nah, you good.
Sound like you got a cape around the microphone.
Yeah, you good. All right, let me pull this up. Where am I? Got so many damn things on my computer. All right. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm dropping my son off for his mom's week. She is not answering the phone. FaceTime, phone call, text message, doorbell, at all. It's her week. And I'm remembering that when I talked to an officer on a non-emergency line, the officer told me I can't make her take him on her week. She can make me take him on my weeks, which I don't mind having my son. He's back there on his phone. And if I have him, she can come get him from me. How backwards is that? I have sole legal custody. I call all the shots. She said in court this past Monday, she didn't want nothing to do with him yet again for the 3rd time in court. 4th time, to my knowledge. One of them was through text message. The other 3 were in court. She stood up in court the first time when I was given sole legal custody on July 8th, 2022. She stood up in court and told the judge she don't want nothing to do with me or Maverick. So I'm at this point where I know if I decide not to ever let her see him again, according to the court documents, I would be wrong. And we understand if the shoe's on the other foot, they'll be up my ass like a bicycle with no seat. Excuse my language, Mal. So also in court, they pushed it out because she didn't want to take the parenting class. She said it was a money issue. Okay, yeah, I'm in arrears because she griped about child support, hoping she was gonna get $1,500 through text message. She only getting $137. Whoop-de freaking do. I talked to CP child support and they said just go ahead and knock out 3 more payments. You being current, you okay, you good. Fine, cool, it's fine and dandy. Her on the other hand, yeah, I was snooping. I did. She's somewhere on the island, perhaps. Maybe she pulling, one of them stunts where she went there a month ago and now she's posting it, and legit, she's probably in the house just chilling, not answering her phone, not fulfilling her parental obligation per court order. And so if you really don't want our son, yo, just do not come back, bro. Like, just do not. He didn't even want to get out the car. When he seen where he was at, he did not want to get out the car. He did not want to go to the door. I will not make my son do something he do not want to do. And he didn't want to be around his mother like that. That's cool. I document everything when he's of age and he's able to understand. She only getting one. Son, here it is. Plain and simple. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm going to let the evidence show you. So I'm very upset. I want to co-parent in a healthy manner. Going through the courts, it's taking a little bit too long. And I also realized that if I reacted the way she did, we already know what the results will be. So I'm gonna continue to take the high road. At times I'm like, ooh, I want to do this. Yet no, I'm still gonna take the high road and do what's right for my son and by my son, because that guy next to be here at all. Look at him back there, just chilling. So he didn't ask to be here. Ain't that right, Mal? He shook his head a little bit. So I will just keep on doing what's best for my son. That's it. Protect him, guide him, lead him in the right direction, love on him like my dad and several people in my life have shown me. Other relatives, people in the community I looked up to. Though that's how I will raise my son. Not none of this ducking and dodging and don't want to be responsible for, your responsibilities, So that's what I feel like expressing myself right now in the most decent way possible I can think of right now, because I can, I really could be just really pissed off. I'm gonna just leave it at that. However, I just had to make this video because I don't know if it's gonna go viral or not, which it should go viral to raise awareness, because there are some people out here from the woman side of the game who don't give a crap about their kids. We've all made mistakes. However, hey, the kid is here. Lead him in the right direction. Here, let's do what's right for that kid 100% of the time, not 15, 20, 17.5% of the time. No, 100% of the time. Here, let's do what's right.
All right. So, so first of all, because the chat is like really divided, which I knew, and I saw one comment that I think Mike is just going to praise. But first of all, Kev, what's your quick thoughts on this before we get into our crosstalk on it?
Well, one, that's a long video. Holy.
Yeah, shout out to Mike for stitching it together for me, because I wasn't gonna sit here and thumb through all them damn clips.
Right. Yeah, it's a long video because it's like, first of all, that turn signal had more emotion in this guy. Like, holy.
Bruh.
Second of all, why is he bothering this chick when she's on vacation? Like, she shouldn't have to deal with all of that stress and drama, right? And third of all, it's just ghetto. This is just ghetto. You know, there's a lot of context that's in the actual video, like that's written out and at the end of the video. And it's like, you know, this is something we keep seeing. And like, this is why I just don't feel bad for dudes. And I applaud the chick because, you know, this is a Uno reverse in this situation where normally it's the guy that ditches the chick and she has to be mom and dad and have all responsibilities. This is a nice Uno reverse. And this is a nice message to all the young dudes out there to wrap it up, right? Wrap it up, taco wrap, salad wrap, saran wrap it up, and make sure you pick the right chick. But in this case, yeah, I blame the dude. Let me put my cape on.
Wayne, what you got, man? I can't with Kev, man. I can't.
I think he kind of, I mean, she gave him full custody. So I don't understand what's his argument about. It seemed like he is kind of still, I don't know, maybe he still has some type of feeling for her because he's still trying to chase after her for the son. And he said in July that she stood up in court for the third time and said she want nothing to do with the kid, absolutely nothing. So in my opinion, I'm like, okay, I don't know why he's still on child support. That didn't add up. I don't know if I understood that well, but he said, you know, he'll be caught up on payments. But I don't understand if he have full custody, if he has sole custody, why is he still paying child support? If she said, I don't want anything to do with the son, then why not say, okay, well, I'm going to raise the child myself. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily look at it as a Uno reverse type of thing, because, you know, men go after their children all the time, and men take care of their children all the time. It's just the stereotype that's out there, that men just regularly just walk away from their children, you know, because again, like Kev, I mean, if a woman says, hey, I shit in the woods, we believe her, you know, just believe everything a woman say, you know. But again, the point of the narrative now with these platforms with men is to break down that narrative and add context to it, so we all don't think like Kev that, you know, regularly men just have children for women and just walk away from with no context, without anything. Women's just totally cooperative, and guys just say, fuck it, I don't want to be a father, and walk away. It's silly thinking. So that's why we have platforms like this. But at the end of the day, I think he should just accept the fact that she want nothing to do with the son, make sure he's not paying child support, because he shouldn't by law. I don't know what state he's in. So and I just said, hey man, you know, raise your son and keep it moving. And if he asks about the mother when he get older, then you had that talk with him.
So Wayne, you got the first penalty of the day, just so you know.
I cursed.
Yeah.
I said F-bomb.
Yeah,
You said a big F-bomb.
I'm sorry. Yeah, all right, what's your cash out, bro? Give me the cash out. What's the fine? I'm gonna pay it right now. I didn't even know. I'm just going in.
And shout out to this Yaz Chosen that's in the chat. I don't know who you are, but shout out to you. Welcome to the Straight Talk Society. Yeah, so just so y'all know, whenever y'all hear me say fines, we do fine for the F-bomb. You know, the Cash App Straight Talk Society is down at the bottom. We do fine for the we do fine for the F-bomb. Mike, because Mike sent me, huh?
How much is it real quick?
I mean, it's just a fine, man. $1, $2, whatever, $5, whatever the hell you want to do. No other cuss words is off limits. Just the F-bomb. Mike is the one who sent me this video. Mike, and then Ricardo sent it to me the next day. And before Mike goes, because we're doing just like the quick introduction, and then I'll put the time on the clock where we do the crosstalk back and forth. Kevin did say in the chat that we don't know the full context. Now, Kevin sent me a bunch of videos about this guy that's actually talking about the two subjects that we're going to be discussing tonight. But the guy's dropping F-bombs every fifth word. I can't play his videos. I wish I could, but I can't play his videos. So Mike, what you got, Mike? Because you the one sent me to and I appreciate you for stitching it together for me, because of the length of it, I wouldn't have played it myself.
Well, you know, I have a lot of extra time on my hands lately. So, I'm broke. So, yeah, I do want to tell the gentleman there is, because Kevin said it before I did. I was going to get into it. There is an underlying theme, but I didn't want to say it until you gave me because I know we ruined some of the stuff you do. So, do you mind if I read the underlying information, or do you want to do it later?
So no, don't read the underline yet, because I want to put the timer up first when you do it.
All right, bet.
You know what? Let me just pull the timer up now so we could get into it, because yeah, I don't want to draw it out if it don't need to be drawn out. Let me get this clock up, and we're gonna set them. We are up. Let me we obviously not doing the hour, but we're gonna get this time going. Let me see.
I only need 2 minutes.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna put.
That's why you don't have two girlfriends.
Oh, okay.
All right, so y'all see the timer up, so we good. We could go. All right, go ahead. Oh, and shout out to Nurabomb. Nurabomb is all the way from Canada. He chimed in on the AEW show last week, the All In show. I heard All Out was even better than All In, so I got to catch that some type of way. But all right, yeah, go ahead, Mike. You can go ahead and do it. The timer is on the screen.
All right, as far as All Out, I'm gonna send you a couple chopped up pieces of it. I'm just trying to work it out.
Yes, I need to see that.
Now, for everybody that's listening, this is the background. I made sure I put it on the bottom of the video if you could read it. If not, I'm going to give you a little quick synopsis. Shortly after his expectant fiancée gave birth, he allegedly abandoned her. 8 months later, she had requested child support. He reappeared and requested complete possession. She gave him custody after deciding she didn't want to argue. Now because she does not want visitation, he is furious. This is how I feel about this, ladies and gentlemen. I come on this show and I ridicule women. I tell them all the time, you pick the guy. You don't get to complain about when the guy's a piece of trash. I tell them all, I'm always consistent in it. You knew who you were messing with before you allowed him to finish in you. Okay? You should have taken the time to learn the person before you gave them access to your womb. Well, this goes both ways. Okay? This goes both ways. Men, especially men, because of who we are, because of who biology has made us, and because of who society has made us, we have to be extra vigilant, because we are already shown by how the world treats us that we're not going to get the long end of the stick. We're always going to get the shaft. We're always going to pause. We're always going to get the short end. Okay? So if you are with a woman and the second she gets pregnant, you dip out, you gone. Then when she hits you for child support, you pop up and do anything you can to not have to pay full child support. Number one, I'm not going to be the man to denigrate you. I won't be that man, because I tell people all the time, child support means you're not a deadbeat. People seem to get child support incorrect. They think if you're paying child support and that's it, you're a deadbeat. No. Deadbeat is if you don't do anything. Child support means you're doing the minimum to be considered an adult human. You're not a father, but you're doing the minimum. Everything above child support is being a dad. You had the option to do that, sir. She gave you the option. You chose to not only not be there to run from the father responsibility, but you wanted to run from the financial responsibility that the government puts on you when you're not being the father. Okay? Is it crooked? It can be. Yes. Hold up, Mike, he's trying to get... Nah, there will be no sympathy for dude. As a grown man, okay? You're a grown man. You ran back ran back in her life to court. Then you said, I want custody. She said, here, take it. And now you're on the internet crying in a video about my G. You are the lowest form of human on this planet. The same way I tell women, I don't want to hear it. You chose that scum. Take the child support and shut up. It's the same thing I got for you, homeboy. You don't need to complain to us. We don't want to hear it. Put her on child support. Let her go have her hot girl summer and be a man and raise your child. Like, there's no conversation to be had. I'm not going to argue with no. First of all, you left her. Like, I'm never going to forget that. There is nothing lower on the planet than to abandon your child. The only thing lower is to abandon your child before it gets here. You know how many people die before their kid gets born? They never get to see it. You had nothing wrong with you. You ran from your child in utero. In utero. That's disgusting. That means you were okay with never looking in your child's eyes. You were okay with not seeing your child come into the world. You were okay with your child never knowing you. Think about that. Mm-hmm. You got somebody pregnant and you are okay with never seeing that person again. You are a disgusting subhuman.
I agree.
But now, when you realize it might tap your little pockets, you want to run back in for custody. Don't get me wrong. You're allowed to do that by law. But she's also allowed to say, sure, here you go. Now I'm out. You don't get to cry about a game that she played better than you. You are a man. You disgust me, and I won't even call you a man. I call you a male subhuman. That's my new claim because I'm trying not to curse as much. You're a male subhuman. Go sit in the corner and try to ensure that the little child that's in that back seat don't end up nothing like you or the mom. And that's what I got to say. You gentlemen jump on.
So did y'all just see the new bomb? Because he no-sold the hell out of it.
No, I wasn't expecting it. I was talking.
But you didn't see it then. You had to see it.
I was talking.
Yeah, it has to be visual for you to understand it. Yeah, we did create a new bomb specifically for Mike. So this is why I always like to say context is king, because I did not know all of this.
Who gave that? The guy gave the context to the story.
If you look at the video, and you read right underneath the video, that's why I try to put it in there. But we were moving really fast in the meeting. Right under it says it right there. Kevin, his cousin Kevin J, he posted it in the room. That's underneath. That's what made me so upset about this story, because he could not wait to run online to act like I hate these females that act like.
Wait. So he provided the context under there under the video.
No, the person who posted the video, who got what he did. Like, if you look at the video, well, it's gonna be late now, but the last couple slides, they explain it there too. That's what he did. Oh, it said mic check. Oh, that's dope. Thank you. You know, your boy out here feel like I be checking some people sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a hat with a check mark on it.
Yeah, I like that. I want one too.
You will get a cape and you will like it.
Okay, so the person who gave the context wasn't the child's mother. It was somebody else,
right? Somebody who was privy to the information.
Okay, because that's okay. Thanks for clearing that up, because I'm like, well, damn, he can't give context of what he.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That made no sense. But who is this person, and who's to say that person is exactly right about what's going on?
I'm not saying this person. Oh God, I wish I had the what you call it.
Because I mean, we're not hearing from the other party, which is the woman. I mean, we hearing his side of the story, but here's this person who's a third party who's coming in and giving their side of the story. I think may or may not be true.
What it is the information came out after he called the cops on her and was trying to force her to be like a parent. They were like, hey, this, that, and the third. And that's when the rest of the information came out. So he kind of like, when you should shut up so you don't look bad in the story?
Yeah.
And he kept talking, and then everybody dug up the rest of what happened. That's what happened.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, because oh, go ahead, Kev.
No, you're good. I was gonna applaud Mike because I thought he's gonna start caping on this one, but yeah,
Oh,
I agree with the fact that this dude was trying to get the sympathy card, and this is what I don't like about the whole red pill community because they give dudes a pass when men should learn how to be disciplined, you know, and to be honest, that's why I give women a pass too, because like with these situations where you know, like Mike said, they pick the dudes that they're with. I don't blame women for that because a lot of times they don't really know what they want. Their pum pum does. And I take myself an example as an example. Like I'm not tall, dark, and chocolate, and I don't have a lot of money, but I can get with women who would even say like they didn't even they weren't even attracted to me at first. So, but as a man, as a leader, you should be disciplined enough to one, control your balls and make sure you pick the right person. Because I mean, if you're disciplined enough to go to work every day, why aren't you disciplined enough to not finish in a chick you don't like? So that's my thing.
So this guy is asking, is he asking for child support?
He's asking for child support he's asking to get off child support. Then he wants to get her on child support, and he wants her to make her take visitation because he doesn't want to have the kid 24 hours a day. But he sued for sole custody. He was suing for sole custody, expecting her to sue back. Exactly. He was expecting her to sue back so he would get 50-50 and he wouldn't have to pay child support. So she hit him with the Uno reverse card, like you said, and was like, oh, go ahead, bro. It's all you.
So man, hey, Nene, thank you. That's all I'm gonna say. Thank you. So is there a chance that she will have to pay child support though? Because I don't ever hear it that way where women, and I know it happens, but I don't ever hear it that way that women get put on child support. There's somebody that I know that I'm friends with that is kind of in a similar situation to this. So I'd love to hear their side of the story on this. But do you ever hear the women having to get on child support?
Sir, you know a person who has a woman on child support. I just don't take the money.
Say that again.
Oh, wait, hold on, because I wasn't even talking about you. So
I know. I'm telling you about me. Yeah, she's on child support.
Oh wow.
So, how does that work though? Like,
mom.
And how does that work? Because you're the, what do they call it, the custodial parent, or I don't know how the hell you word it.
All right, I'll try to explain it without going too deep. When she and I, during the last couple years of our relationship, she asked me to be a stay-at-home dad because she had some things she wanted to do, and I was supposed to go after her. But you know, and I'm pretty sure she'll look at this differently. But in my words, when she got everything she wanted, I wasn't as attractive anymore, which was my fault for letting her go first. Because Kevin would say, I'm the leader. I should have made myself go first because, you know, women listen. But anyway, yes, yeah, you're an idiot. But anyway, so
go ahead.
No. Don't get me wrong. I shouldn't have done it. But like I said, we were together 9 years, and I'm smarter, but she's got way more stick-to-itiveness than I do. But that's neither here nor there. So when it came time to it, and we were separating, I did my research on like Florida laws, and I knew she was going to come out ahead in a lot of things, but I could use the fact that she asked me to be a stay-at-home dad against her. So I made sure I'm not going to say, you know, the entirety of what our divorce decree did, but I came out very good. And I let her know, if you don't do this, I'll go for more than just because I went for the minimum. I could have went for way more because she asked me to stay home and raise her 2 children while she went out and got better and then made more money. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, because I was going to say, if you give me everything I want, I won't even take child support. But by law, they had to give me something. So they just gave me the minimum. I could have went for more. Like I could have tapped her. Like how, because she works for a really good company. I'll leave it at that. I could have tapped her, but I chose not to because it's not what I wanted. I didn't want her money. I just wanted it to be fair.
Take the money.
I'm not gonna lie. After what Boosie's baby mama did, I'm learning I can just wait till she's 17 and then be like, she didn't pay me anything. Here's proof, child support, and then they'll just put her in the rears. I'm not gonna do that, but I'm saying it's a good thing to keep our relationship smooth and to make sure things stay good. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I hope she never sees this, but that's the real. Like, chill out. Let's be nice to each other until our kid goes to college.
She better act right.
I did not say that, sir.
So Wayne,
but I did intimate.
Wayne, whoa, because I see Wayne kept trying to interject in there.
Come on, Wayne. Wayne wanted to yell at me for being a sucker.
No, not you. I just wanted to come back a little bit about Kev and the red pill community.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say something to that too. Go get him, big lion.
I just want to listen. It's all about the facts, right? And again, I mean, I understand this story, but red pill or manosphere, we just want to get all the facts out first. All right. And at the end of the day, when you look at this story, I mean, you're talking about a third person. You're not even talking about you're not even getting the backstory from the other party, which is the woman. You're talking about somebody else. So we don't even know if that person telling the truth about everything. He's not giving the context. I thought it was him giving the context and then him giving the story. Now, yes, he is moving weird. And look, red pill manosphere, I'll call a man out if he's bullshitting or not doing the right thing, just as well as I'll call a woman out. But I'm just saying the narrative is just always the man that's a piece of shit. But still, yeah, even with this story, I mean, there's a case to be made. Yeah, he is doing some stupid crap about trying to give the son back so she can have time to spend time with him. That's weird. But at the same time, the person who's telling the backstory is not a part of the relationship, which is between the two people. You're talking about a third party. So that's all I want to say about that, because he kind of was like, well, red pill man, we don't hold another man accountable no matter what happened. That's not true. So
hey, we need to understand Kevin is delusional. Okay,
very.
No matter what.
But as a young dude, I like his mind. I like what he think. I don't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? He tries to look. He capes, yeah, but then he also say some things I agree with. So I don't really come down on him. I mean, you know, I like where his mind going for the most part. But some things I'm like, you know, it is that, you know, that's not what he think it is.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Like
I can come down to him all the way. I don't like nothing he says. He is an infantiler of women. Think about what.
And then at the same time, though, he promotes polygamy, which is
exactly
that's crazy, bro.
He respects women, he loves women, but he promotes polygamy.
He wants a house full of children. You have to remember, he wants the children that are having his babies, and then the children that are the babies. He wants everybody to be a child under him, because this man said, I hold these men accountable. These men should be disciplined with their penises. But he doesn't hold the people who have the actual wombs to carry the baby. They don't need to be disciplined.
At all,
you know what I'm saying? He's out of his mind.
God, I'm sorry.
He's out of his mind.
Right. That's a foreign concept.
So I'm a pause this time right now, just because I want to get into another story, and it kind of loosely. Okay, so it's this story way the hell in the rear and the worst case scenario. So there's the qualifier for it. So I don't even know what this is going to look like. Let me see what this looks like. Okay, good. You guys can see it. You know, we don't normally talk about white people over here, but I wanted I wanted to put this evil whore's picture on the screen. Yeah, I said it. So let's get into it. Because we talk about a man fighting for custody. So let's talk about this broad. Her name is Brandy Hutchison. First, let me get her ugly ass off the screen. Yeah, and I'm being so vile and disrespectful because now you're gonna see why. A Florida mother killed her 2 children and then herself in an apparent murder-suicide after losing a child custody battle with her ex. This story comes from the New York Post, by the way. Brandy Hutchins allegedly murdered her 10-year-old daughter, her 10-year-old son, and 19-year-old daughter before turning the gun on herself inside the family's mobile home after a judge ordered she turn her son over to his father, who lived in Maine, the Polk County Sheriff said Sunday. Hutchins was ordered to relinquish custody of her son by 6 p.m. Friday, but never showed up for the appointment, according to the sheriff. The sheriff's office was notified that the mom had violated the court order, and deputies worked through the weekend to find the boy, identified by his father as Aiden Hutchins. They found the child's lifeless body along with his half-sister and mother in a Lake Wales home Sunday afternoon, Sheriff Grady Judd said. Brandy Hutchins, from every indication in our investigation now, has murdered her 10-year-old child and her 19-year-old child, murdered them, and then subsequent to that, she shot herself, Judge said during a press conference. I can't imagine a more horrific set of circumstances. He added that the mother had no criminal history or indication of potential violence. Of course she did. There was no indication that there should be any violence, Judge said. The 19-year-old had a different father than her 10-year-old brother and was not part of the custody battle, according to the sheriff. The boy's father announced his son murder in a social media post after initially reporting him missing. And this is what he wrote. It is with a heavy heart that I am writing this to give everyone an update about my son, Aiden Hutchins, who was taken by his mother on August 25th, 2023, who decided to murder him. He was killed by her today, August 27, 2023. The heartbroken dad wrote in a post Sunday, he will forever be in my heart and did not deserve this. So, before I restart the time, this is the Facebook post from Hutchins, and just out of respect, I'm not going to show the son. And his post was, it is with a heavy heart that I'm writing to give I'm writing this to give everyone an update about my son, Aiden Hutchins, who was missing and taken by his mother August 25th, 2023, who decided to murder him. He was killed by her today, August 27, 2023. He will forever be in my heart and did not deserve this. Rest in peace, my sweet baby boy. I will see you again. Love you. So, and this is one more thing before I start the clock. The time is paused, and I see the chat messages are piling up, so I had to read this. There was a comment that I grabbed from off of the initial post, and this is kind of where I want you guys to elaborate on, with the time we have left. So dope since 81 says, I know this comment is going to get some heat, but this is the length some spiteful women will go to not let fathers get their children. Don't get me wrong, this goes both ways. Some men are horrible too, so I'm not saying all women, but man, are there a lot of spiteful women in this world that can't stand to see a man be with his children over a failed relationship. Just because you can't stand a man doesn't mean your children have to. Just sad, man. Just when he thought he'd save his children from that monster, she strikes and takes them from him forever. So yeah, y'all got it. Kev, what you got on that?
That's just sad, man. But I do appreciate the fact that you are putting other people on the screen, and it's not just black people, because sometimes it looks bad when we just talk about like black people all day, and it's like a bunch of issues that are stereotypical. So definitely like the fact you did that, and it definitely spices it up.
You're gonna hate the next story then.
So much for that. But yeah, this just shows you that there's crazy people in like every race and culture, around any area, around any country, and it just goes to show, like, you never know who somebody's true colors until they actually show you. And that's why I advocate like taking your time when you want to build a relationship with someone. For me, and from what I've learned from like other podcasts and other shows and life events, is that people will show you who they are. You just got to listen to them. Um, I had a homegirl who she was living with her roommate, and her roommate would bring in different guys to the house, even though her kids are there. And it got to a point where one of the dudes was like stalking her, like after they broke up. And I'm glad that she had the sense to like leave that situation, because that she got the hint that, like, okay, this dude is stalking her friend. What happens to the point where like he just loses his mind and goes after her, or goes after the kids and stuff like that. So it's stuff. There's hints everywhere. There's things that people show you and tell you. You just got to pay attention. But yeah, it sucks that this situation ended up this way. I would have wished that for any man, or any woman in general.
Big Wayne.
So what I take from this is that when I'm on social media, like, stories like this don't go viral. Like, news like this don't go viral. I've seen so many stories lately where I see women do violence to children, do violence to men, and it doesn't go as viral as like for example, I think over the weekend this girl say some guy hit her in the head with a brick because she refused his number. And I go on TikTok, and it's like all over TikTok. It's like all over TikTok, and which is bad. I mean, but I don't know any backstory about it. But her main concern was that there are and all these black men watched and didn't do anything, and they just held those men accountable who sat and watched, instead of really holding the guy accountable for who hit her with the brick. But the point I'm trying to make is that went viral. But then the same weekend, there was this lady who murdered a 3-year-old, her boyfriend's 3-year-old. No news about it. So like my whole thing is that we live in the matriarchy. Like this is what I'm saying. It's one narrative. So stories like this, and again, I always say it: women are just as evil as they claim men to be. They sexual assault young boys, they murder children, they murder men, they steal, they pillage, they do it all. So, but again, it's just, it doesn't get the outside of what the manosphere and not even the manosphere, other people that's not a part of the manosphere that has panels that's calling out these women. I mean, it's time that their wickedness gets exposed like this. Women are wicked just as men can be wicked. Not all, I got to say that, but women can be just as much as wicked as they claim men to be. So, but my problem is that stories like this doesn't go viral like it would if a man done something to a woman. That's my whole thing. Because we live in the matriarchy, and men are sick of that shit. That's the thing. Men are sick of it. Period. Tired of being the villains about everything. So.
Yo, where's mine?
Congrats.
I'm kidding.
All right, Mike, get in there, because that's the time. We under 9 minutes.
All right, I'll try to keep it short and safe. Gentlemen, I think you all are missing the point. I think the point of this entire thing is to show that women have been getting away with using the children as the sole reason why men are demonic. Men are not demonic, but men are horrible. Men leave their kids. Men don't want their kids. Men, they leave us alone and we have to raise the kids by ourselves. It's not that. It's their ownership. They want to control the man through the child. The second she no longer had that, she had to get rid of everything. You can't have anything, sir. Think about it. The other kid wasn't even his. She still killed the child.
Exactly.
She still killed the child because it's about me. I have these kids. You don't get to have them. I get to use them against you when I choose to. You can't have them. It's about ownership. It's about petty, childish ownership. This woman could have, just like the other lady in the one we were talking about before, she could have been like, oh, you want the kids? Oh, here you go. I'm 19. I'm going to go live my life. Do your thing. I'll drop you $500 every 2 months and you can kick rocks. No, she needed that to poison against him. It was the power. It's just power. It's not about. A lot of people like to act like, and I'm sounding like Wayne, that women are an extension of children. They're just a little kid with a vagina who's has to be protected and taken care of by men. No, they're adults with evil impulses and evil wants and unjustifiable evils, just like men are. There is no difference other than the genitals. That's it. They're the same. Men have just as many hormones going through them. We just control them differently. I don't understand why people think women aren't horrible. Women are horrible. Some of the most horrible people I've known in my life were women. Some of the best people I've known in my life are women. As I can make that connection, I don't understand why other people can't. There's no reason why women should have 90% of the children in this country. It should not be that way. Especially when you see that the children raised by men and women do just as well as the kids raised by just a single father. When you see that statistic, it should scare you that's as rare as it is. There should be more single fathers. If these thoughts, and I try not to say thoughts.
No, go ahead, Mike, because Cliff gonna make me strangle him, man. Go ahead. Go.
Right. If these thoughts want to run back in the world after giving birth, let them. I'm all for it, but you'll never see it because they don't have kids because they want progeny. They have kids because they're meal tickets. They have kids because they're control items. They have kids because they get to say, this man ain't nothing. Look what he did. He got me and ruined my body in it. They need something to be mad about. If it wasn't that way, you would see more women happily giving the kid away. Happily. But it'll never happen because they love their control. That's the only control they have in life, and they're going to monopolize it forever. Go ahead.
So one of my favorite shows that I used to watch was called Snapped. So I mean, so we're not going to sit here and act like women aren't mean and evil. I guess the whole gist of Snapped is though that they were pushed to it. But Cliff says that we're human. I'm going to need more details on the story, like the last story. That I guess.
Agree.
Okay, come on, Kev. All right, go ahead, Kev.
We don't know what this dude did to push her to that. So
he won a custody battle. That's what he did. He won the custody battle. That's
wait. Cliff and Kev, justify murder for me. Just go ahead, Cliff. Justify murder,
because I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on here.
Go ahead, Cliff. Just have him justify murdering 2 children and herself. Go ahead.
I can do it for you. When it comes to Kevin, vagina.
Vagina. I'm kidding. Justify it? That's a dumb question to ask. I don't know.
Exactly. We're human.
I'm just trying to see
what detail you need when you murder 2 children.
Oh no, that's good.
And you take your own life. What more details you need? How you gonna justify that?
But,
and to Mike's point, Mike's point is like, think about the selfishness here. And God, it's terrible that she murdered little Aiden, but then she murdered the 19-year-old daughter that wasn't Aiden, that wasn't the other guy's daughter. So it's her basically saying like, hey, I didn't get my way, I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm just getting rid of everybody. Like, damn the other baby daddy, damn, yeah, it's just gross, man. So and I feel like y'all trolling at this point.
Yeah, tell Cliff to justify that for us.
Yeah, Cliff,
go ahead and justify that.
Because I feel like he's trolling. I really, really feel like Cliff is trolling. And God, I wish I could play the video that Kevin sent me. There's this guy going off, but he's dropping F-bomb every other word, man. And I can't find him. So it's crazy though, but yeah. Y'all go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I mean, just sometimes timing is everything. Jesus Christ. I mean, you want to be condescending, but timing is everything. Like, I mean, was that some type of Like, golly.
But my thing
bro.
is causing.
I'm not talking about you, Kev. I'm talking about Cliff. What was
Yeah,
that?
Cliff is a troll. Cliff is a damn troll.
I think he's serious. But I could slightly agree because, like I said, it's cause and effect. Like we don't know what he did to push her to the point where she did what she did.
He won a custody battle. Did you not hear what I read?
Sir,
I heard that,
wrong
but
with you.
the reason they're getting to whatever situation they're into is because the relationship didn't work out. So we don't know what type of relationship they were in.
And Cliff saying he's not. So he's absolutely he's dead serious. And I believe, yeah, Cliff, I know Cliff personally. I known Cliff for like 15 years. Cliff is going to stand on this. Go ahead, Mike. I heard you saying something.
Yeah, even though
This is why he said, Mike, this is why I can't take you seriously, sir, because court cases take months, if not years, to come up. They were already separated, and the court case came to an end. So there is a amount of time that we can put aside in our minds that occurred between the end of their relationship and the end of this court case. I don't care what he did way back then. Nothing will justify her murdering 2 children. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care if he used to beat her. I don't care if he called her names. I don't care if he drank the last of the Kool-Aid. Nothing justifies murdering 2 children, one that's not even his. She murdered a kid out of spite. I'm not going to leave nothing behind so somebody else can have it. Nope. Coming with me. That's disgusting. You're not, Captain Cape Man, do your thing, sir.
Well, my thing is make sure you don't burn bridges or do things to push people over the edge. Because I mean, people are crazy. People in general. Women and men.
Kev, I love you, man. And listen, Kev, I'm gonna tell you, I will. Listen, bro. I love you, and man, I feel like you trying to be sincere, but absolutely not. Absolutely not, bro. Like she killed her 19-year-old daughter, who had nothing to do with the custody case.
Correct.
To think that she's been planning this, because Mike said the case. Okay, I didn't know. Okay. Shout out to Van Cat for the clock. I didn't know it was gonna make the noise, but hey, man, that's crazy, Kev. Oh, that's crazy.
Can I say my piece?
Go ahead. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, Nene.
Yeah, you see what Nene just said?
I'm sorry. But okay, I'm gonna say my piece, but I'm not saying. I already said it's already messed up. It's already messed up. But when you're going through life, you gotta do your best to not push people to the edge because you never know. They'll take it out on you or take it out on people you like. So that's my lesson of the day. Don't push me.
Kev, then she should have should have off the judge that ruled in the man's favor then.
Or try to hit the man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, come on, Kev. Like for real, if it was that, then she should have off them.
We can't make sense out of crazy. I'm just saying, don't let crazy get to the point where they try to take your life.
Man,
no man can get that. No man can get that. No man can get that the other way around. If you flip that, nobody will give that to a man.
Oh my goodness, Kevin, if you acted like this in this one, I cannot wait for the next story. To see the way that you're gonna cape for this next story, and we will be right back after this short commercial break.
They got a feeling that's inside themselves. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. I can never make it rain, but fine, I make it drizzle. Digging for some change, I got some dimes and some nickels. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as a joke and I hope I don't lose my mind. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. Give me the pennies, the nickels, the quarters, the dollars, the dimes. I'm broke as is a joke and I hope I don't lose my just got paid, but I'm broke. You think that it's a joke? It's really hard to cope when you feel like there's no hope. When your funds running low and your pockets looking slim, you don't know which way to go or which way to begin. Looks can be deceiving. What gave you that impression? Live in my position before you ask me questions. Why you jumping to conclusions? Illusions is not healthy. Through all of the confusion, I can't find a soul to help me. Stand alone through the rain, stand alone throughout the drought. Look in my pocket for some change, but ain't a thing coming out. Bills piling up, collectors calling to collect it. All my money gone way before I.
And we are back. Oh man, that's a great first hour. Kev, I am so looking forward to what you're going to say for this next story coming up. Yeah, so yeah, see Keela be right on it, man. I'm telling you, the super chats are open if you feel inclined to support the channel. And also make sure and please share this video, because I want to say we're probably like 300 watch hours away from full monetization on the channel, which just means that we can now do ads on the channel. I filled out all the tax paperwork today with Google, so we're getting there. All right, so I wanna play. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play one video first, and then go into the actual story that I want us to cover. And this will be the last story, but it's absolutely going to take up all the rest of the time. So let me pull this screen up. Wait, no, can't do that first. Hold on. You think I'd be
29, by the way, Kevin J.
And you know what's funny is Wayne brought up the brick story. And I do have that tuned up, but I'm afraid to play it now because I don't want Wayne to go off on me. But there was something that Mike says all the time in it that I wanted to parallel. So if we had time, I will get to it. But that might be a thing in its own. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Thank you. Oh, there we go. All right, let me know when you guys can see it.
Yep.
All right, it's up. So this is our boy Dr. Umar. So just listen to what he's saying, and then we'll go into the other story. Uh-oh. Let me unmute it.
Energy 24 hours a day. They have their mother at home, love you to death, mom, but he needs a break from you sometimes. And then they come to school and they got a white racist female all day. Where are the men at? There's no men in there. So if you want to cut suspension, cut ADHD, cut the learning disability, then you give every black boy a black male teacher. That's all you have to do. But the problem is, if you want to give every black boy a black male teacher, you got to lay off a whole lot of white women. And America not going to let that happen. That's the problem. So stop blaming our boys. He is hungry for masculine energy. That's why they hang on the corner all day. You say, why they be on the corner all day? Not selling drugs, not smoking weed, just standing there. You know why? They feeding off each other's energy. I'm a man and I need masculine, so I'm gonna get with my homies and we just gonna chill because I need that in my life. Black boys are being suffered.
All right. So I wanted you guys to hear that. I want you guys to remember that, because it's gonna be very important talking about black boys being surrounded by feminine energy, because I'm going to show you something after this video, and then we're going to get into the conversation. So, and again, shout out to Mike for stitching this one to me, because I wouldn't have played it otherwise. So here we go.
Convince me otherwise that Sexy Red is not an industry plant that was put here to help finalize the destroying of the black woman image. They was already had us under attack, and she was here to just finalize the process. The way they trying to force her on us is just crazy. Like, I wanted to go see Drake, but once I found out Drake had her opening for him, absolutely not. Absolutely not am I going to support anything that thing is behind. I'm not supporting it, right? This is the reason why it's time to separate. It's time to separate as black women, because ain't no way I'm about to be associated with that and Suki Stankiana. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you feel. At this point, separation has to happen. It's one thing to make trashy music. That is a different level of trash. That's a different level of trash. Kaya's My Neck, My Back, it was bad. Trina and Trick, you cannot try to portray it as if we all Pookeishas. And if you don't think that this is successful, just look at what hip hop and stuff did to black men and how it had people stereotyping black men as criminals and thugs, right? Even to this day, black men are still fighting to get away from that stereotype. But as of now, black women are under attack because this Pookeisha image that's being pushed is what they trying to define us by. You ain't gonna define me by that. I ain't got nothing to do with that. If they want to be ratchet, stank, ghetto, promote that, do you, right? And the sector of girls who fall under that category and that aesthetic, have fun with it. I don't want no parts. And the other halfway decent women don't want no parts of it either. Trying to portray it as if like this whole narrative that's being pushed that all black women are so hypersexual because every time you cut on your radio, every time you cut on your TV, all you see is these over hypersexual black women. That is bad. That is bad. And y'all don't understand what that can lead to. The same way promoting thugs and criminals hurt black men because it led to a stereotype of making people believe that all black men were that, is the same way this will hurt black women and making people believe that we are all over hypersexual, right? And you don't even see the bigger picture, but it's very much problematic. No other community uplifts the worst of their community. You will never see non-black women uplift like this whole trailer park trash and allow women who trailer park trash to be the face of them. You'll never let them see them tarnish their image that way. Right? But not us. Not us. We'll let Pookeisha get the limelight. We'll support it. We'll get behind it. We'll sing the trash music. We'll stream the trash music. We'll repost the trash music. We think it's funny, right? We think it's funny until you see the results that come from it. When you see the trickle down effect of what comes from promoting that image of the person, of the people that you are, right? I'm not behind it. I don't support it. I don't respect it. It's disgusting. Trailer.
All right. If I still was going to church, I would have gave that sister an offering because she just broke it all the way down. But I do want to play one more video before we get into the conversation, because remember where we talk about feminine energy. So this is being around our boys. So now I want to show you guys this video. I want to show you guys this next video. Hold on, let me pull them up. All right. And remember what Umar said, the feminine energy, and I want you guys to, and it's on, we're gonna tie it all together. Because they're like, oh, Trevor, why are you going to so many different places? Don't worry. I'm gonna tie it all together. Let me know when y'all see that.
Yep.
All right. Did y'all see that?
That was wild.
Okay, but I just wanted to make sure that y'all saw that, because Wayne is a former football coach. Well, no, not a former. I don't know if you still coach.
No, I used to.
You used to. Let me reset this time. Reset this time real quick. And this is going to take us out. So Wayne used to be a football coach. Wayne grew up around helping raise young boys and put young boys on the right path. That was a football team full of boys dancing to Sexy Red song, but not even, it wouldn't be so bad that they were dancing, but they were repeating the lyrics from this song. Now, I had no idea who this Sexy Red chick was, but let me just read the lyrics real quick that our boys are repeating after a football game, dancing. I'm assuming they won. So this is from her song Pound Town. I'm out of town, thugging with my rounds, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the niggas? And these are boys repeating this. I'm looking for the hoes, quit playing, come suck a bitch toe, just left Pound Town with my name, blah, 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 blah. So let's break this down, fellas, because on this show we are, and that sister was preaching. We gonna get into that, but this we always, and everybody at the beginning of this show used to always think that we were trying to come for the sisters, when the whole time we were just saying, like in the words of Mike, hey, just stop being a thought. Stop glorifying thought culture. Stop putting it. That's your representation. Every time you turn around and you want to say black woman, you're putting this as the image of the black woman. And the young lady was saying that they think that she's a plant just because. Come on, man. Who goes for this ignorance, man? Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
I don't know why you stitched it all together. This makes it difficult. Although it's hilarious. Okay, so the first video and the third video, I think those were stitched together perfectly. But the second video, I can't help but like roll my eyes when people talk like that. Like the way I feel like, you know, when people say like somebody's a plant or the government is doing this and that. Like I don't know if you guys seen the Boondocks episode where there was like an evil organization, well, BET was making certain shows to like destroy black people. It feels like that listening to that video where like, you know, some guys coming to the desk and it's like, my lady, Sexy Red has successfully infiltrated the black community. Oh, excellent. Now we can commence our plans to destroy black people. And I'm like, come on, yo. Listen, yes, if it was a conversation about there's a plan to destroy people, plural in general, I would say, okay, this is a good discussion. But to say like black people are the sole focus of everything and needs to have plants to destroy them is like come on, bro. Hold on.
Go ahead.
And let's say I humor that, right, and say, okay, maybe there is a plot. We make it too easy. Like, bro, have you guys seen Tubi? Have we seen Tubi?
Hey, hold on, because you're not gonna disrespect the great name of Tubi now. Tighten up.
Let's be honest. What's
but
on
real quick, Kevin. I want you to ride out because I'm glad that you playing you playing anti-hero today.
Lord.
Name the white person that you've seen with these type of lyrics. Exactly.
I'm not too
Go
sure.
ahead. Continue.
I'm not too sure. I don't listen to their music, but they also have their raunchy sides as well. Like with like grunge music or like metal stuff like that. All that stuff seems demonic to me.
Okay. Let me ask it this way. Hey, peace, Eddie Israel. Please, Lauderdale 95 just joined the chat. Let me ask it this way. Name the white song that promotes hypersexuality of their women today. Hell, for that matter, name the Chinese song that does that.
Yeah, I don't listen to too many white people, but Miley Cyrus had a run where like she's wearing skimpy outfits, being naked in music videos, and you know, talking about like just partying and giving up her box. You know, I don't know what's going on right now, but I'm sure like there's those type of girls out there. And then you know, Lady Gaga, she has her thing. Asian, the only one I can think of that I used to listen to was Honey Cocaine. She was the same way. So I can't really name a whole bunch of like, you know, other cultures because I don't listen to them. But every culture has their own thing, even the Hispanic community and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, we just make it too easy. If there was a plant or if there is a plot, like we make it easy. I mean, we're over here jamming the Sexy Red. We go along with the stereotypes. Like right now, it's popular to wear a ski mask out in public. Like what? We scaring the white people. So it doesn't take that much effort to make black people look bad if that was the case. But yeah, my thing is yeah, Dr. Umar is right. That's why we have to have discipline. You know, that's going to be the word of the day, discipline. but also it's not just a man or woman issue. It's also a society issue, because there's a lot of things that are in the the foods that we eat, in the deodorant that we use, in the products that we use that makes us more feminine. So eventually, yeah, we're gonna get to the point where like we're gonna have like normal problems that are quote unquote normal, but it's all because of all these chemicals and stuff that we're dealing with. So I'll let you guys go before I get to
So before Wayne grabs it, so to the point of the football players, a group of guys after a game audibly reciting her lyrics. Nothing. It's just nothing, huh?
Oh, I didn't want to take too much time.
No, go ahead. I mean, we got 40 minutes. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, the song is catchy. I can't. The song is catchy, yo. But I mean, shoot, it's everything's coming full circle. I mean, we had Doo Doo Brown back then. We had Skeet in the club. Now we got Sexy Red, Booty Hole Brown. I don't know. But we do need more masculine role models, because I mean, you shouldn't be twerking. You shouldn't be in the locker room shirtless with your boys singing this song. But I'm not gonna lie, the female artists, they come out with bops. I mean, I like Cardi B. I like what's her name? I like Glorilla. They got some bops. So that's how I feel about it. But go ahead,
Wayne. Come on, just save us, Wayne. Save us.
And I want to bomb too.
I'm gonna lead at the mic. I'm just gonna say, man, it's a lot to say. First of all, I love Dana. Dana's dope. I follow her on TikTok. She's very well balanced.
Oh, that's the young lady. I didn't know who she was.
Yeah, Dana's yeah. She's a cutie too. So yeah. All right. Well, I'll start with the football players. I mean, we live in the gynocracy. Black culture is a gynocracy. So I mean, when you have women running a culture, when you have women teaching the culture, when you have women teaching the children, then that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna start getting young boys twerking to what's her name again? Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
So when I was coaching, the kids, they was more so on Kodak Black and stuff like that. When I was coaching with the little kids, these kids wasn't twerking. Matter of fact, if I'd have walked in there and I'd have heard them jumping and twerking, okay, we got some up downs to do, okay, because we ain't finna, But that's what happens when you live in the gynocracy, when you live in the matriarch in the black culture. And I a lot of that I blame, a lot of that is the government for a lot of these politics. We do just like in the book Black Ghetto by Kenneth, what's his name? Dark Ghetto by Kenneth something, psychologist. Great book. Anyway, he talks about how black culture elevates our we elevate our redneck culture over our middle class culture. I think that's one of the issues in the black culture, that we elevate our trash culture more than we would our middle class, because we do have a middle class, and we have a great middle class. As far as the music, wow, it's tough, right? Because I mean, I grew up in the 90s hip hop, right? I mean, we did have Lauryn Hill though. We did have Jill Scott. We had Erykah Badu, but then we had Trina. We had Eve. Yeah, we had Rod Digger. We had a well balanced, right? We had a well balanced. Even though you had Trina, even though you had My Neck, My Back, Lick My, we had that. So it's kind of. I would say.
Hold on, Wayne. Let me hit you with this other lyric. Looking for the hoochie daddies, where they at? Where the niggas that get ratchet? Where they at? My son needs a new pappy. Too many bitches, where they at? I'm trying to get my coochie scratched. I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Wayne. Like what?
I mean, but that's like Lil Kim. What did she say? Eating shrimp while I'm playing in my coochie. You know what I'm saying? Have you heard Lil Kim lyrics? Lil Kim, I mean, she used to rap, but she said some stuff too. Trina said some stuff. The only reason I'm kind of 50-50 with it is because a lot of these younger rappers today are just babies of Lil Wayne, right? If you know what I'm saying, like everybody, I mean, and we idolize Lil Wayne in our culture. Lil Wayne was big. Hot Boys was big. I mean, I know Mike from New York, so they had a little bit more different style of rappers than we had coming down. Yeah, y'all had Wu-Tang, y'all had Jay-Z, y'all had Busta Rhymes, Rakim, whatever. Forgive me if I don't remember everybody. From down south, yeah, we had the Trick Daddies. You don't know now, I'll eat your coochie with your legs up, down your back, up your crack. Then I blow all in your butt. I suck your ass where your drawers crawl. So we had that. So
Wayne, because you riding out right now, and I don't want to stop you.
My bad.
No, hold on, yeah. I want you to keep rocking. Nene put the name of the title.
There it is. Yes,
Dark
Nene.
Ghetto: Dilemmas of the Social Power by Dr. Kenneth. Okay,
yes.
But Wayne,
book.
Wayne, you just recited a lyric, and as gutter as it was, because I know the song that you're talking about, that was a Trick Daddy lyric. You just recited a man's lyric. You're not a man.
Trina was nasty like that too, though.
Yeah, but listen what I'm saying, Wayne. You're not sitting here reciting and dancing and twerking to a goddamn woman's lyric.
I said that. I said if I caught my players doing that, I walked in the locker room, they got up downs all night. I said that, and I said the reason that's happening is because we live in a gynocracy. We live in a matriarch. And that's why I'm saying my pushback on Dr. Umar, that's why I have a problem with these Pan-African dudes, these B1 guys, these black nationalists. They don't really want to call it out for what it really is. We live in a gynocracy, and that's what happened. I mean, he kind of said it that, you got to get these young boys from the feminine energy, but he's not saying why. Why is that? I mean, when you got what's the politic name who's speaking to the girl named the Stallion, Megan Stallion. What's her name? The politician lady in California, who they call Auntie. What's her name?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh man, I forgot her name. But I mean, when you got her on national television talking about WAP, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like we the politicians push this trash culture. I mean, but that's what happened when you're in the gynocracy. So it's tough to come down sometimes on the youth because they watched us and we had who we had and we glorified it. But yeah, that book, man, read that book by Clayton Clark. Great book. Love that book. He explains it all. But go ahead.
And real quick before Mike jump in there, I want to read some of these comments out the chat. And again, with Wayne, I wasn't discrediting anything Wayne was saying. I know the song from Trick that Wayne's talking about, but is Wayne reciting Trick's lyrics? The man, Wayne ain't reciting Trina.
Yeah, no. I even though you had Lil Kim, listen, even though you had all the female rappers, you would rarely hear me in the gym with in my headphones. You would hear a female rapper. I just wasn't on female rappers like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they have some stuff where you tap your feet, but in my car, in my headphones, when I'm at the gym, I'm not bumping Cardi B. I'm not bumping Sukihana. I'm not bumping Sexy Red. I'm not even bumping Lil Kim or Trina. I'm bumping the guys. That's just how I roll.
So Nene says that's true. We had a balance so that raunchy music wasn't always in the forefront. Ricardo's is Ghostface Killer and Trick Daddy. Nene says, damn Wayne about to get a record deal. Eddie Israel says, bro, you're gonna get canceled. Eddie, they already kicked me off of Facebook.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I just paid the fine. Did you see the fine that I paid?
Yeah. That's all good, man. As long as we don't drop no F-bombs, we good. Keela says, Adina Howard. Yeah, Adina Howard was nasty, but again, then you had a Lauryn Hill to balance her out. Kevin says Dr. Umar with a sad face. So I'm curious to hear that story. Kev.
Yeah, don't get me started on Dr. Umar, man.
Lauderdale 95 says, as men, we're not beating down the block to no female artists. Is gay FAF. Ricardo says, I'm gonna be a freak until the day. Okay, so he's just saying Adina Howard. Kevin says sex sells, so it's not unexpected. Sex absolutely sells. Ricardo again. I know that song too from Trick. Yeah, because Trick. Everybody, we're in Florida. Everybody knows Trick. Don't forget we have Pound Puppies and that's from Cliff. All right, Mike, jump in. I know you've been waiting.
First and foremost, I want to say I'm gonna go backwards. I know that right now everyone's saying, you know, men don't ride around listening to girls' music. I can tell you right now, there's 2 women that I would listen to in my car. One of them does this type of music, but I never let my daughter hear it. She just has 3 or 4 songs that I think are fire. I'm not even gonna say her name, but I'll send it to you in the chat. You can listen to it and tell me what you think. And the other one is Lotto, because she has like 2 songs I like. But if I made a mixtape right now, it's not full of chick songs. I will say, I think this started when we were young. No, just after when we got grown, when dudes started twerking, dudes started like shaking. I don't know when that, because like my generation would never twerk. But I saw dudes start popping and they thought it was cute and they thought it was cool and girls would go dance with them. In my mind, that was the beginning of the loss of masculinity. Then, you know, you got Lil Uzi Vert, who do whatever that dance is that he does, looking like he a little sassy chick, but he think I don't know. I'm not with all this, and it all coincides with the rise of and you know what? I'm gonna start separating it. I know we always say LGBT community. I don't really think it's that. I think it's the LGB. And then it's like the people that we don't talk to. Because like I've had gay people in my life my entire life. I've had lesbians in my life my entire life. You ever hear me tell stories about Ivory from Fort Lauderdale? You know he was a man. That's not his real name. It's not his real name. It's not his real name. But you know, me and him was cool. He throw hands with me, throw hands for me. Like I got love for him. It's just this new group that they added on to him, kind of like when I tell black women stop taking white women on, I should tell the LGBs that we was cool with y'all, but now that y'all taking all these QTIWXQA plus ZY345, whatever, they're the ones that's coming with all these. You gotta call. I've never met a gay man that told me you gotta call me this, or my pronoun is that. Like that wasn't them. They was just like, I like dudes, leave me alone. And I was like, well, as long as the dudes you like ain't me, we ain't got no problems. Eddie Murphy said it best. He's like, you can be cool with gay people. It's just like after y'all finish playing tennis, you like, what you want to do? I'm about to go get a soda. He's like, what you want to do? I'm about to go sleep with a dude. Okay, you have fun. They were never the weird ones. It's just this generation of people thinking that mixing masculine and feminine is the move. There was a reason that was separated. That's one. Number 2, Dr. Umar, I personally didn't even think of it the way he said it, because I've been feeling myself. I've been feeling away lately. And I didn't even think, maybe it's because I haven't had no dudes around me. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. And it's why I come to this show and I'm so religious with it, why I try not to miss any, because it's the only like masculine like conglomeration that I have in my life at the moment, because there's not a lot of men that I respect in the life that I have living. I'm the respected man. They come to me, but I need someone to be able to talk to myself. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when he said it, I was like, damn, I don't have my domino dudes no more where I can go out there, cut up, be a dude, be around some dudes just on some man stuff. Maybe that's, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even think about it till he said it. And now that he said it, it's like in my mind going crazy. So to think that these men were grown, because every man will tell you, even if you were had a single mom as your main parent, there were other men in your life somewhere. You had an uncle that checked on you. You had a big homie somewhere. Your boys in school, something. These dudes are all sassy, and they all sassying together. And it's why the men that we are, the masculine men that we are and try to be, look like outdated Cro-Magnons to them. Because to them, I remember when you could be in school and they would be like, this is our opposite day, you guys can wear dresses. And dudes, I think one dude might put on a dress and by lunchtime, he'd be like, man, I couldn't do that, bro. I can't do it. Do that today, bet money. The whole school got on sassy skirts and makeup and all that. Like, I wasn't no dude putting on make. Like, I don't understand this. And you know what? Maybe it's not for me to understand. But I can say this. We are watching the destruction of us. And no one is, I'm trying. I keep trying to tell people, but people look at me like I'm the bad guy. And that leads direct. That was a perfect transition into the middle video. I come on here every flipping week telling women, stop being thoughts. Stop accepting thought life. Stop looking at thoughts and saying, well, that's just how she wants to be. We got to accept her for what she wants to be. No, we don't. This is what happens when you accept it. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. There is no redeeming quality in that lyric. No, it says mic check. I like that. Thank you. There's, you know what I'm saying? I'm out. Hey. Now let me stop. Focus. Y'all know I got ADHD. There is no redeeming quality in anything she's saying. I challenge what Wayne said when he was he spit those lyrics about Trick Daddy. Yeah, Trick was nasty, but he still had gotta change my life. Lord knows I ain't living right. There was still a balance. And I know I'm from New York, but trust me, I've been down the South long enough. That first Trick Daddy album the second one was my fire. You feel me? There was a balance to it. He was telling men, hey, we out here doing this freaky stuff, but there's still life to live, and you still got to be a man. You got to check your boys. He was showing you this duality. If we don't stop it, you know what? People who like to say, oh, this is just like Kevin. Oh, this is just an image. It's not real. Look at Tupac. Before Tupac was in Juice, Tupac was seen as an intelligent, eloquent young man who went to a college for performing arts and had real feeling for his people. After Juice, all anyone saw was the thug ass nigga. That's all they saw. And he led right into it. If you look at, I tell anyone that said they love Tupac, look at the interviews before Juice, look at the interviews after Juice. He was playing Bishop. That wasn't who he was. And you can't sit here and tell me it is not applied against us. I know Kevin likes to say, oh, well, you know, why will black people be so important? Why are they doing this? I'll tell you why. We are the world's money. I know people like to think white people doing it. We generate I'm talking about everything that keeps this world going, we generate. We are the entertainment. We are the sports. We are the style. Everything that makes life more than just waking up and getting, you know what, I'll say it better. Everything that makes life more than the first 3 levels of Maslow's hierarchy is black people. If it wasn't for black people, it would just be, oh, I woke up this morning, I went to work. All the music would be that, you remember that stuff they play in old movies? That's it. Yeah. Everything that makes life better for humankind is black people. That's why they're using us. And if you think they're not, look at what music used to be. There used to be a balance to everything. For every Trina, there was a Lauren. For every hoochie, there was a Queen Latifah. Even if Little Kim did some ratchet stuff, she still came back with lyrics that she had bars. She had bars. Okay. Foxy Brown had bars. She might say something filthy, but she had lyrics with some actual content and character in them. Okay. I remember, I got that album. That's why her method was crazy.
Kev want to cut you off, but let me pause the time real quick, just so you guys do know, I do have bombs for everybody. I want them to say certain things on them. That's why I haven't put them up yet. But I want to read some of these chat comments before I restart back the time. Because there's a bunch of them. Let me go back. So Lauderdale 954, I mean 95 asks Mike, did you have your windows up or down while you're bumping the chick music?
Hey, if I play the song, I bet money you'll be begging it. She go hard, but she a thought. She a thought.
Nene says, y'all was doing the city boy, not twerking. Absolutely, we were city boying. Cliff says Cliff just want to be the antagonist today. City 69 Boys was twerking back in the day. Eddie Israel says also Obama was making it okay to be less masculine by selling us this funny stuff. Eddie Israel says you can't even put male or female on bathrooms anymore. So, and then my cousin Kevin says they were separate to maintain boundaries because you could get killed. Kev says sassy men are trying to be the new bad bitch. Absolutely.
Your cousin's on fire.
Kevin be on it, man. Ever since he came over to the dark side. I'm assuming there you go, Mike. Trick had balance. Tupac was a poet as well. Don't forget that. Eddie with a comment that I would say I blame Tyler Perry. Absolutely. Nene says we are the shit. Ricardo says black power. Kevin says black is luxury. Ricardo says remember when we had conscious music and conscious artists too. So to Mike's point, for Lil Kim, you had Lauryn Hill. I would even go to the male part of it. I just watched a documentary the other day on oh my God, what was that group? They were the Black Nerds, and nobody really respected them. Come on, man, y'all know De La Soul. I just watched something on De La Soul the other day. They were conscious music way before it was popular to be that. So, all right, let me reset the time because I see Kev has something to say. What's up, Kev?
I want to say that, Mike, you are correct in a few things, but I do not like and I do not agree with the way, especially black people, put black people in a box, because you just said it yourself that we are the world's entertainment. We are the world's fashion people. And how do I say this? I think black people are we're equal. We're equal. We're not lesser. We're not above anybody. And I hate the fact that we put ourselves in a box that we are the fashion people. We are the entertainment people when we can be more than that. So I don't like the fact that narrative is being repeated, and this is and talking like that is the reason why people look at us the way they do. So
here's the funny thing: if you wouldn't have cut me off, you would have let me finish my time like I did you. It would seem that I would have gotten a little farther with that.
It's like 7 minutes.
Huh? Excuse me?
It goes like 7 minutes.
This 19, you'll have someone to back in, mind your business.
Well, back to what I was there saying. Too, Wayne, because I feel they go out to go at it.
Now back to what I was saying. But we'll focus on you, sir. When I say that black people are the top 2 levels of the Maslow, I'm talking about what we excel at. I'm not saying the only thing we're good at. There's Asian people, they excel at, stereotypically, they excel at, math, they excel at, especially food making in America. There's things that races excel at. Okay, that's just what it is. There's a guy named Burner Boy, right? Burner Boy is from Africa. He's not from America, but he makes fire music just like us. There's Africans in Europe that are doing the same thing, making fire entertainment, making fire clothing, making fire. That's something we're better at. It doesn't mean that's all we can do. We're better at it. My problem is that we sold it to white people. I told that joke last week about how Chris Rock says, "Oh, those Hawaiians, they have the best pineapples. They must make a lot of money." No, they don't. White people got that money. White people have bought and sold us. That's why the music is the way it is. They're the ones who have decided that Cardi, Meg, City Girls, all these are to be praised, and Kendrick is supposed to have a little run and then go back into the corner. You see what I'm saying? They're the ones who decided that. And how did they decide it? They decided by what they choose to push, what they put the money behind. There's money. They have, first of all, Drake is bought and sold. So we're just going to let that be known. If Drake hugs something, give someone attention, give someone love, the world knows what that means. The same thing he did with the little white girl who does interviews. He gave her a hug. He showed her love. He was an interview for her. Then she blew up out of nowhere. That is a plant because she had no track record. She wasn't some big underground interviewer. Same thing with Sexy Red. Same thing with Ice Spice. Do you not know they're all connected to Drake? You don't see that? And this isn't I'm not the guy who's what do you call it? When the government is doing something and they're trying, I'm not buying into
you're not conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory. This ain't conspiracy. This is stuff that can be proven. You can see it. This is stuff that you can see with your own eyes. Ice Spice was nobody. She had like 3 or 4 songs. Period. And then Drake
hold up, Mike. What, Mike? Pause right there though, because Kev just said that you should be a conspiracy theorist. So, but Kev, why did you just shit on it earlier when the young lady said that that it's a plan, like it's been a plan? Isn't that conspiracy?
Oh, it's definitely a plan, but it's not a plan for just black people. It's a plan.
Go ahead,
for
Mike. Go ahead. I can't with Kev today.
It's a plan
let me finish.
for black people. It's a plan for black people out loud. We're the loudest because we're the weakest. We're the weakest because there's no unification. You see what happens when they try to take away Columbus Day, right? Italians came out of the woodworks, not Italians, Italian Americans, because there's a unification. Italian Americans came out, y'all ain't gonna talk about Columbus. The world know Columbus was a murdering sycophant, but they defend theirs. There's no unification in black people. I said it from jump. We were not built to be a people who were unified. We were separated, we were destroyed, and then we were told to, hey, join up and be like us. Why don't you want to integrate and be like us? That was like your cousin said, that was our destruction. Martin Luther King said it before he was killed. I led my people down the wrong path. He knew we should have gone right back after they blew up all our towns. We should have went right back and built our towns and had our own bombers ready to throw bombs at them.
Okay.
Integration was terrible. I just want to add that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I like to go now.
It's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I jump in when you're talking. Go ahead.
Okay, my bad. My bad, but okay, so yes, I agree with some of your points, but still, you're still proving my point that
and the ones you don't agree with, you're wrong.
We're still putting black people in the box to where we're the entertainment people, we're the symbols of what's cool and stuff like that. And what I'm trying to say is that we're more than that. And
sir, that's the first thing I said. I said that's not the only things we do. We're just better at it than everyone else. Okay,
fair enough. And then also the whole conspiracy thing. Yes, there is a plot, but my thing is it's not just black people in general. It's pretty much people in general, because there is a plot. There is an agenda to where they're trying to depopularize the planet. And of course, the way to do that is to get to the men. But I think it's weird that we focus on black people and use them as a target, because white people have been feminized way before black people were. I mean, Queen, if you guys are familiar with their songs, they sang like "We Are the Champion."
Yes, everyone knows Queen.
Okay, cool. They're as feminist as it gets. And you don't hear a lot of people talk about them on podcasts or like all the other people in the 80s.
Do you know why, Kevin?
But go ahead.
Because you're talking about one group. I'm gonna tell you this: for every group you can name off that you think is feminizing white people, or you think is like ruining white culture, I can name you 5 for black, and we're only 9 to 12% of the population in this country. For every one, you name Queen, we've named off 6. Can you name me a second one? You can't. Here's another thing.
Yes, I can.
You can't. All right, give me a second one.
Hey, Wayne, don't forget, Wayne, hop in there. We got 13
Well,
minutes.
I mean, you do have a white red pill community, so they are pushing back on the feminization of white men as well in their culture. I just say this all goes back to the feminization of men, especially in the black culture. When you take away the protection of children and women, which are the men, and you give the women the power, and you allow women to run a culture a lot of times this is what you get. You get boys twerking in the locker room. You get Sukianas. You get Sexy Reds. You get all this stuff, and then again, you got, man, I wish I could know that lady. These politicians, they all push. I mean, if you read the book, we push trash culture. Housewives of Atlanta, all this trash culture. That's our main source. As well, everybody look at us as we're black men robbers, women as thoughts, and this and that. And yes, there is a percentage of that, but we allow these politicians, we allow these black leaders to allow trash culture to be mainstream and be.
You're Borging a little bit, Wayne.
I don't think we allow
representation.
There you go.
Okay. I think a lot of these black leaders allow black culture to be pushed, trash cultures to be pushed ahead of middle class, because we do have a strong middle class. Black folks are doing very well in this culture. I mean, not as we want to, but it's just that we put our trash culture on the forefront. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, if you come to Atlanta, despite everything they say about Atlanta, I live in Atlanta, all the trash culture they talk about Atlanta is on. Fair enough. But then when you really look into Atlanta, you see black doctors, black lawyers, and I'm from Fort Lauderdale, so I know Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, is more of a mixed culture with islands and Cubans and all that. So a lot of times you'll go places where you'll see a Spanish doctor, this and that. But if you come to Atlanta, you want to see black greatness, man. You get past the trash stuff. Look, my black primary doc is a black male doctor. My dentist is a black male doctor. I mean, you want to see business owner, millionaires, black men, women. You can see that in Atlanta. The thing is that we don't elevate that enough. We elevate this trash culture, and again, I just think a lot of it is policies and politics. Integration. I do agree with integration messed us up, and welfare reform screwed us up as well.
I challenge you, sir. I challenge you for one reason.
Go ahead.
I believe there is a concerted effort against us. If you look at what we were and what we are now,
I'm with you on that. I don't listen.
Right, I don't think it's us. I think it's them. I think they are the ones propagating and pushing the lowest of us. They're the ones that are like, oh, look at this guy named Waka Flocka. No disrespect, Mr. Flocka, I don't know you. Look at this guy who sings Ole Do It, which you can't even say enunciate it. We're gonna take him and his wife. We're gonna put them on TV. Yeah, that'll
see. I'm 50-50 on that, Mike. Because look at Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry became a billionaire off of black dollars alone. Wearing a dress.
Say it again.
And gyrating on stage with a cigarette and a handgun, promoting trash women culture with some gospel and some soul music and some comedy. And we bought and we pushed our dollars and pushed them up to a billionaire. So that wasn't the system. That was culture, a feminized black culture who despise masculinity and upbring and put femininity on even in men on a pedestal. That's to me, that's the issue. We despise masculinity in black culture, and when you praising feminine energy, that you take away protection, you take away. That's why a lot of these cultures can't be infiltrated as much as black culture, because we're ran by a gynocracy. Now I do understand there have been roadblocks, policies. I can't deny that, and I agree with you on that. I heard that. I know we're not supposed to go back on shows, but I just heard that argument between Yanga and Kev about the system, and Kev doesn't buy into the system. But there have been roadblocks that black people have had to overcome that has put us in predicament. When you talk about the drug era.
Epidemic.
when you talk, when you talk about redlining, when you talk about licensing, when you talk about Oklahoma, you can't dismiss those things that black people had to overcome. And when you
child support,
when you then when you say, okay, well, I'm going to, after the drug era, you're going to say, I'm going to have mass incarceration. I'm going to lock black men up, put them on child support, and give black women welfare reform. There's an effect, and here's the effect of that.
All right, now we're on the same page.
All right, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So hold on, let me just pause right here, just because I'm gonna pause it. Shit, what did I do? Oh man, hold on.
Oh man,
yeah, hold on.
You got to skill it.
No, hold on, because I added more time to I added extra 10 minutes to the clock because y'all was riding out, and I appreciate that. But hold on, I gotta acknowledge the chat. You always gotta acknowledge the chat. So hold on, let me get these questions, these comments in before we get too far. So Eddie Israel says that, and I did pause the time. I can tell y'all why, but y'all won't like it. Negroes aren't African. Eddie, call me tomorrow. I got the 14th open. Unless somebody wants to do a debate, I will let you do a presentation on that. Just you by yourself, though. I only want you. Because I hear that going around a lot on YouTube, and I'd love to hear your perspective. Kevin says the problem is that there's no such thing as white culture. White culture is devouring other cultures.
Ooh,
we have shown that trash culture is financially rewarded, and absolutely. Because I think one of y'all mentioned, about profiting off of it, but why do we keep those are just, case in point, real quick. There's a show that me and my wife used to love to watch. God, what the hell was the name of the show? Something that takes place in Alabama. It was 4 black couples that came together, and they were building up real estate and everything like that. First season, fantastic. Show black people in a remarkable light. Love and Marriage Huntsville is what it's called. Show the people in a remarkable light. Second season, the reality TV stuck in. Then you start seeing the drama. Then you start seeing all the fighting. They start bringing in other couples just to amplify the fighting. So when the show was positive about black people actually doing something, they didn't get any ratings. Now that it's trashy, now it's probably the #1 rated show on the thing. So, and Shem says, Shem, father of the Negro. Yeah, Eddie, call me tomorrow. Let's set this up. We sacrifice integrity for profit. Absolutely. Hold on. So Kevin says the white male algorithm rewards for black eyeballs. Tyler Perry says the church community is his biggest audience. Yeah. But then it's funny. It's so funny about the church community that there'll be Tyler Perry's biggest audience, but then they'll crucify a gay man. You know what I'm saying? But then they reward the 6'5" guy walking around in a dress. Make that make
Hello.
Sense. The school to prison pipeline. Peace. Shout out to Zay, one half of the MMA brothers. Damn, there's a lot of comments. There's a correlation between the music and the prison system. We outnumber everyone 3-1 in prison, despite being only making up a handful of the total population. Eddie, again, just call me tomorrow. The black man is 7 times more likely to be incarcerated than any other race. And Nene does say, yes, Nene says the ratings weren't up until all the drama came, and that was from the Love and Hip Hop. So
can I address that?
Yeah, I'm gonna reset the time. There you go.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Y'all got it.
No, I just with Eddie with that incarceration thing. Let me just put a nail in that. All right. There are more black males that are entering college and graduating from college that are going to jail. All right. When you look at black males going to jail compared to how many black men that are actually doing crime, it's almost less than 1%. Bro, let's just kill that narrative about black men.
Talk your shit, black man.
All right, like when you look at the percentage, if there's 5 million black people in the state of Georgia, less than 1% are actually committing crimes. So let's just nip that in the bud.
I want to defend my brother. I don't believe he was saying that all black men are criminals. I believe what he was saying is that it's 3-1 overwhelmingly that black men are in jail more than white men, even though we're a small segment of the population. And that is because partially with the school jail pipeline to prison pipeline, but also because the white supremacists have, and I've said this and people act like I made it up, but it was from the FBI that the white supremacists have infiltrated law enforcement on all levels, and no one seems to care. They have literally white supremacist gangs with all tattoos on in different police organizations, and no one seems to care. They just sit there and smile like they don't know what's happening, even though the own government has put out a report stating that it's happening.
But let me push back on that. Let me push back on that prison, the school, the prison pipeline. Again, it's a narrative. It's media and what they're pushing. When you look at the numbers, bro, do the research. There are less boys, black men, young black men going to jail. The numbers of crimes are going down, actually, bro.
So
when
you're
you look at the numbers, that
school prison pipeline doesn't mean that we're all walking directly to jail. It's saying that there's already a system in place for when children are in school, that they start giving them ticky-tack things and suspending them. And instead of just suspending them like when we were young and sending them to school, so back home, they would have police come and arrest them, getting them ready.
I thought Obama got rid of that. Didn't Obama get rid of that or no?
I don't know if Oklahoma did, but I know in Florida they already
called. No, I'm talking about Obama. Didn't Obama get rid of that whole thing about suspending kids and sending them home? Didn't he say, well, I think now they got internal suspension or something like that?
They had internal or not. They still call the police and they come get them kids. If they really? I remember when there was a fight in school, they would sit you both down in the office, make you say sorry or make you talk, and then send you to IS for the rest of the day. Now they call the police and you go to prison.
Really? I thought Obama got rid of that.
No, okay. Wayne, look at my last debate. I did it in my presentation that black girls and black boys commit the same atrocities in school, but the white kids get sent to internal suspension and the black kids get suspended, especially at higher rates than black girls.
Yes, sir.
Wow, I thought
and that's what he's saying.
Obama got rid of that. Okay, I stand corrected on that one. I thought Barack Obama got rid of that. Huh?
No, sir. You can't see that's the misconception that the president has the power to get rid of stuff. Trust me, these states do what the hell they want. Texas has been getting. I said it 10 years ago. Texas has been getting rid of slavery in their textbooks for how long? And everybody was like, they can't do that. Now we're having a CRT argument. They've already done it.
Y'all make sure and tune in to Tape Fist Politics tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. where you could catch all of this political talk.
That was good, Trevor. That was fire.
Nice little segue. I like that.
That was fine. That was fantastic.
Oh, real quick. Can we all admit that we actually like the drama and all the ratchetivity?
No.
Let's be honest.
No.
Let's be honest.
Hey, I told you.
Kev,
Go ahead.
No, Kev, if you real quick, if you ever watched Love and Marriage Huntsville, it was 3 couples all had a specific specialty in real estate, building the finance or the business side, and they were rebuilding Atlanta, giving affordable homes to black people. That show was one of the best things. I would never miss an episode. As it went on, they start getting into, oh, he cheated on me. He did this. He has all these baby mamas, and they forgot what the initial point was. So no, me personally, I don't care about the drama. That's why I don't watch no reality shows.
I think all cultures is trash culture. I think if you look into it, they all have. I just think that ours is just elevated over our middle class and the class that should be magnified. It's not. Our trash culture is more magnified. I agree. You turn on ESPN, you turn on ES, but we also buy it though. We buy it though.
And I'm going to tell you the reason we buy it is because our culture has been denigrated and destroyed over decades. And I don't know, there needs to be like a thing to call 50 years.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
So I don't blame us. I blame them first. We're part of the problem, but they're first. This is their plan. They've been doing this.
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, yeah. I mean, again, you can't deny the roadblocks that's been put in front of black folks. You can't deny it. And those things there are reaction to those things. So I do get that. I get it.
I like capping.
No, I'm not.
Look at what Soulja Fire. Look at what Soulja's putting up in the chat.
Yeah. I wanted to get to damn. There's a lot of comments. Cliff said Jerry Springer is a blueprint, which is crazy that we had a white guy basically control how we watch TV, but I get it. Zay says I agree with Kevin. We all speak against ratchetness, but look at what we consider entertaining as far as movies and whatnot. Again, that's not everybody. That's not everybody.
That's
Kevin
what happened
says,
now.
Kevin says the Shade Room has been the worst creation for Black culture. I have no idea.
I hate the Shade Room. I
have no idea what that is.
I hate the Shade Room.
And World Star.
And Zay says we support the things we preach against. Absolutely, Zay. That's absolutely correct. All right, y'all go ahead.
And that's what
Okay,
I'm
so
trying
y'all
to
like
tell
having
y'all.
them
It's not that we support them. That's what we've been given. Love and Hip Hop, people, look at what Love and Hip Hop is today. That's not what it was. Love and Hip Hop was a show about Jim Jones and his wife and showing how they navigate the music industry while trying to stay together and stay in love. That's what the show is about. That's why it's called Love and Hip Hop. Is that what Love and Hip Hop is about now? No, it's about heifers throwing drinks in each other's face and trying to fight. That's what it is. That's what they turned it into. Y'all act like
That is a great
Kevin.
sentiment.
Kevin wants to look at the problem and say that this is the problem because of this, but he doesn't want to give the you want to say you got a cold because you got a cold. You don't want to look at the person who's been sitting who got wet and sat in the freezer for 20 years. That's why they cold. You just want to say you got a cold, you stupid.
No, I'm not. I'm looking at Black people as a people and not a separate creature with different unique traits. Like everybody loves a nice fight. Everybody loves drama. Everybody loves passionate. It's in every culture. If it wasn't in every culture, that is cap.
They come to our
Spanish
culture to make fun of them.
Spanish culture, Maury Povich, Jerry Springer, 6ix9ine. I don't have a list in my mind, but every culture has their own ratchetivity. So,
and guess what? Guess what's the connection between all those things you're mentioning?
Go ahead.
They push them to Black culture. They're all connected to it. You were talking about Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus didn't do none of that when she was young. She was young in country singing and playing. She got hooked up with some Negroes. Now she's swinging on a ball in her drawers. Guess what happened after?
Juicy J.
You feel me? And then guess what happened? As soon as she wanted to get credibility and respect, look how fast she threw them niggas to the side and went back to being white. Do you see what she does now? Do you see how she don't even say ain't?
I just think
that's how white she is right now.
I just think we'll allow trash culture to speak for Black culture. We allow athletes to be speakers for Black culture. We allow entertainers to be speakers of Black culture. We don't allow well thought out, educated people to be our speakers. You know, you got people who like I say, man, you'll have somebody put when it comes to Black culture or the problems in Black culture, you'll have somebody put a microphone in LeBron James' face. He don't know what he's talking about. He don't know anything about social issues or anything like that. He's not well researched. He's not well educated on that. But for some reason, we'll allow our entertainers, we'll allow our sports people, we'll allow our panderers to speak for Black culture. And those are the people who raise. I just think we should magnify middle class in Black culture versus magnifying trash culture. Once you reverse that, I think we'll get somewhere.
I push back on that too. We don't allow it. That's what they do. You remember that old Dave Chappelle joke when he said, "Why the hell y'all asking Ja Rule what happens? I don't want to listen to Ja Rule at a time like this." It was white people asking Ja Rule. It wasn't Black folks. We didn't go to Ja Rule. We were looking for intelligent people who knew about political issues.
Facts, Mike. We always talk about this when a crime happens. Who the first person they go look to?
They go find a crackhead on the corner. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
That's not us. They're pushing the agenda. They're the ones who started hey, don't listen to smart people. Who cares about smart people? We want to know what the man on the street says.
Well,
Nobody listens to the man on the street. He on the street.
We do it with Derrick Jackson. Look at Derrick Jackson. I was just on his stream. He still has 1 million likes, and the man cheated on his wife. You're talking about the finish line. I'm talking about what led to the race.
That's where we differ. I'm not saying what you're saying is incorrect. I'm saying this was their plan. This was their plan.
What?
I feel you. I just think that we have we also have a say in it as well. We have a say in what we elevate, and as a culture, we elevate trash culture. We got to stop it, and look. It's two things I say we got to stop. We got to push back on the gynocracy, which is what we're doing now. When you come to all these social media platforms where men are speaking out, and now what people like Dana are talking is pushing back on trash culture. You gotta push back on those two things,
sir.
I think you do that.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I say you want us to do something that can't happen. You want to know why?
Why?
Because the people who could have pushed back, they marginalized. The people who could have pushed back, they killed. All that's left is a bunch of soft ass sassy niggas like Kevin, and they don't even see the problem.
Wait a minute, man.
Okay, I see your point. I see your point, right?
You see what I'm saying?
I see your point.
They murdered all the men who would stand up, and all that's left is niggas who want to do the little dirt dance.
Fair enough, because they got rid of Tate. They got Kevin Samuels just all of a sudden just
yeah, all of a sudden he got a bad chick and now he dead from coochie.
First of all, if that's the case, you extra sassy because you're bigger than me.
What does bigness have to do with being sassy?
If you believe all the stuff that you're saying, put your money where your mouth is and stop going to strip clubs.
Sir,
stop drinking alcohol. Stop watching those type of programs. Put your money where your mouth is. Like,
I think it is.
I ain't got no money.
Let him rock, Mike. Let him rock, Mike. Hold on. Go ahead, Kev.
That's what I'm saying. We can talk all day about on podcasts about like what black men should do and shouldn't do. But if you part of the problem, you part of the problem. So if I'm sassy, then you're definitely extra sassy with a bit of soy sauce.
Mike standing.
You got your bomb. You proud? You happy?
I'm not a big strip club guy, but I'm not against it. I mean,
Sir,
I don't mind a little.
You're part of the problem. So
I have not gone to a strip club.
I don't go to strip clubs. I don't go to strip clubs, Kevin.
I don't go to strip clubs anymore. That's when I was a child.
Yeah, I don't go to strip clubs.
I'd much rather buy a weapon, teach my daughter to shoot. Alcohol is an adult beverage.
Man. Kevin J, that guy's on fire,
bro. So, Kevin, I'm telling you, Wayne, ever since he came to the dark side, he been all right. But wait till the 22nd, he gonna go right back to his old ways because Dr. Mia gonna get him on that couch and he just gonna
hey, real quick, man, I want to say
that's a fact.
Yeah, I just I think everybody I just think
your mic, Wayne, your mic.
I don't. Oh damn! I'm always. What's going on? Y'all go ahead. I don't know.
Good now.
Go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Y'all
can't hear you.
I'm not extra. I wish I was extra sassy.
Yeah, go ahead. Y'all go ahead. I'm getting some.
Then I could take the blame for it, but I'm not. I'm not sassy. I have my problems, and Kev, I love you. I'm messing with you, but the fact that the wool has been pulled so far over your eyes that all you see is the wool is the problem. They made your generation softer and they made our generation look like we're crazy. And we're not. I promise you I'm not. They've done this, bro. If you and I sat down and for everything I say this all the time, every problem in a minority, not just black, in every minority situation started with the old white man. Every single problem. And the fact that you guys choose not to see it and just go, I'm the maker of my own way. I could do anything I want. And
no,
you don't realize what's
I'm
happening. That's the problem.
No, I can't. I would never dis.
Not
I would
you,
never
not you, man.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm talking to Kevin. You
I'm
got
listening and I'm not believing it. But go ahead.
Exactly. That's my point. That's my point. You're living in the matrix and you refuse. They pull the thing out the back and you like, nah, I want to go back for the steak. That's you.
No, my thing is I just see the matrix. No, I understand what you mean. But yeah, that's the reason I stand the way I stand is because I see how people operate. And my thing is put your money where your mouth is. If we keep complaining about these ratchet people, stop entertaining the ratchet people. Like it's that simple.
Oh, I do not
like
have,
it.
You're the most ratchet person in my life, sir.
Say it again.
You're the most ratchet person in my life, and you ain't ratchet.
Thank you. That's why you like me.
So Kev, why would you call for us to stop buying alcohol? I'm just curious.
Every bad decision comes from alcohol. Like, let's be honest. DUIs, fights at the club, shooting. Let's be honest.
So me being a 43-year-old homeowner that has a bar in my house, I'm wrong?
If you can control your liquor. But there's some people that can't. So why are you drinking? Because you like the ratchet activities. And let's be honest, we all love thoughts. We support strippers. We
don't.
Buy only. Let's be honest.
What do you think I do with my free time?
Oh boy.
I don't know what you do.
You think I'm out here running after these starter boxes? I'm running away from them.
Well, you got a kid.
Yes,
So
not from a thought.
Cues.
Not from a thought. I have a kid from my ex-wife.
But Mike from back then, I know he's doing exactly what I'm talking about.
You talking about when I was in my 20s? Was I running around on vagina?
Exactly.
Is that no? I'm saying, is that what you're saying?
Oh man, time.
Let me say this to Kevin. That's why I talk to you the way I do, because I hope when you're my age, you'll see your error of your ways and change. And you'll change at 35 instead of changing at 40, something like me. And you'll stop the 25-year-old from becoming what you are at 29. That's part of my job. And I love you to death, bro.
So Ricardo says we love the thoughts, and I definitely wanted to read what Kevin said. A lot of bad decisions actually come from coochie addiction. Absolutely. Eddie Israel says make the many pay for the actions of a few. Kevin, you're making us young guys look bad. And Eddie, remember what I said, man. Just hit me up tomorrow, because I definitely want you to do that presentation on about we're not Africans and stuff. And I don't agree either way, but I hear it a lot going on YouTube. So guess what, fellas? That's the end. That's it.
Let's go,
man. That was man. Look at that. The extra 30 minutes is from me starting the show. So that's exactly what it is. Man Talk Monday is 2 hours. See, we proved that we could do it. All right, so I appreciate you guys for coming on, man. This was awesome conversation. A lot of stuff now that I had to go. Now y'all gonna make me have to go back through this, and I'm gonna have to listen through all this now, because there's so many clippable moments. So I got to make a bunch of different clips for it. So it's all good though. So Kev, go and give us your close out so we can shut this down. Man, it's the earliest we.
Is you good? Hey guys, all love. Although I got my opinions, I don't get hurt, or I don't try to hurt nobody's feelings. So, but yeah, good show. I like the format. It makes everything clear. And yeah, I like the fact you brought white people in the discussion. Real nice touch.
So Kev, just so you know, why I stay away from white people. Not that I'm not saying they're white, because I believe white people do a lot of terrible things. And if you actually knew me on the outside and heard the things that I say about them. But I've always fashioned myself as being a black-centered show. That's why I always bring up like black stories. So that's, if you're ever wondering why I do that, that's why, because I don't really care about them in that respect. I stick to like the black-centered stories. Oh no,
that makes sense. But as you get bigger, there's gonna be more people outside looking in, and with people looking at just clips of us talking about black people, is going to be like, do these guys even like black people? It's kind of like with Kevin Samuels, where like, he started off, bashing guys to an extent, and then he started getting famous off of bashing women. Kind of the same thing.
He wasn't bashing.
Definitely bashing, but God rest the dead. I'm not going to go into that.
That's a conversation for another day.
For sure. But all right, fellas, good show, and no hard feelings. By the way, this is what I want to do in the beginning, but I'm Kevin the Maker.
I can't stand him.
I'm gonna have to do it again, Kev. Where shit, he came off. I wanted him to do it clear where we weren't saying anything, so I could clip it. Man. All right, yeah. Nene says, phenomenal show, fellas. Y'all did y'all thing. Tequila's throwing the flames up. Absolutely, Nene. Feel free to support the channel with a super chat. Peace, Eddie. He'll peace to Trevor Panel in chat. Y'all have a good night. Fantastic show, fellas. Wayne, go get us out of here.
All right, man. Like Kev said, it's all love. Everybody on the panel, everybody in the chat. It's never personal. I do want to say, Mike, man, I what you said about being up there by kind of like by yourself, no man to talk to stuff. If you know, look, man, you want to call me and we chop it up. I know I'll be down in Fort Lauderdale for the Dolphins and Dallas Cowboys game. Shout out to my Dolphins. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I should be down there before then, man. But if y'all want to get together, Mike, Kev, Trevor, y'all in whatever, man, we get some, go to somewhere, chop it up, get some drinks or whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Just get that male energy, man. We can do that. I'll let y'all know when I'm in town and we can do that.
So you know they not down here.
I thought Mike in Palm Beach somewhere, right? Mike is in Palm.
I don't know if you want to drop
location. They can know where I'm at. I'm north of Palm Beach. I'm in Brevard County.
Oh, you way up there. Okay.
But hey, I have a lot of free time in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's a running joke that you don't know about yet, but you might know. I have a lot of free time in the moment. So hey, if you make it down, I'll make a push.
All right, yeah, man, we'll do that. I'll reach out to y'all, man, and we get together and chop it up, man, over some food and good times, man. And just
the strip club and liquor, Kev. Strip club and liquor.
Hey, peace. Y'all have a good night, man. Great show, man. We'll do it again.
All right, peace, Wayne. Crazy, man. Big Mike, Mango Mike.
Broke Mike. Team Brokey.
Yeah, that's temporary, man.
Here's hoping. Nene said we need a straight barbecue. Oh, okay. SCS barbecue. I ain't running from that.
So that is in the working, though, just so you guys know. I'll touch on that later, but that is in the working.
I ain't running from that. I'll bring the liquor. Well, no, I guess I won't because I'm broke. But anyway, so I feel like it was a great show. I'm about to Mango Mike. I'm about to call Kev and see if I went a little too hard on him. But he knows what it is. It's love. Wayne, you know what it is. I'm still mad. Like, I have this background of my father who died when I was 3 months old and I never got to meet. And I've only had like 6 pictures of him in my life. And this is one of them. So I have it there. But like that black lion, God, that thing is hard. I'm jealous every time I see it. Oh, she bringing desserts. Anything T-Top bring, I'm down. Bring me some, bring me the grits we talked about. But anyway, hey, black people, I hope y'all hear me. We need to do better. We're on attack by so many different formats and so many different plans and so many different people in power. It's impossible to see a way out. But the only way we have is unity. And sadly, I don't believe it can happen. But I dream every day that you guys can prove me wrong. I dream every day that you can look at me and say, ha, you thought we couldn't do it, but we did it. And you know what I'll do? I'll say, yep. And guess what? I'm going to shut up while y'all keep moving. I'm team us. Let's move because I'm down for it. Until that day happens, Straight Talk Society. Holla at y'all.
All right, Mike. Peace. Well, Straight Talk Society, there you have it. Another fantastic episode of the Straight Talk Sessions, Man Talk Monday edition. Hey, 2-hour show right down the middle, just like we planned. Phenomenal show by the fellas. I love the conversation. I love the timer. I love the big visual timer being on there too. So I definitely want to start using that for the debates also, so those guys could actually see what the time is, so they don't have to keep asking me. So the train doesn't stop. Tomorrow night, Tate Fist Politics. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Join Mike Venkat and MD and Ricardo as they gonna get political. I mean, y'all go check out last week's episode. It was phenomenal. We will not be having Wrestling with Reality this week just because I have prior engagements. Speaking of prior engagements, Lil Mama just came in here and told me she wasn't feeling good, so I got to get out of here. And we're talking about this Straight Talk Society barbecue. We are planning on it, but living in Florida, it is 900 degrees right now. So I'm waiting for it to get cooler And then we got to see when everybody's schedules will work, where we all could come down here, meet at our house, and then we have a big barbecue for the Straight Talk Society. The core members of the Straight Talk Society, like, you ain't gonna have everybody come to my house, but the core members of the Straight Talk Society just had like a meet and greet. All of us pretty much know each other. I think there's maybe one or two that haven't met, but yeah, we definitely are gonna be doing that. Yeah, and hurricane season, yeah, because we've been getting pretty lucky, but we're not out of the woods yet. So phenomenal show again, fellas. Excellent show. Thanks to everybody that was in the chat. Thanks to those of you watching in the clouds. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel, especially now more than ever that Facebook has completely gave me the middle finger. So right now we're only doing this on YouTube. So until I get the Twitch and I think whatever the hell else I said up, then it's only on YouTube right now. So y'all please make sure and subscribe to the channel, share the videos. He almost says Seminole season. Oh man, them Seminoles look good last night. Oh my goodness, they beat the brakes off of LSU. But yeah, man, there's a tremendous show, and I love that. And here's the thing about it: just because we shaved it down so much doesn't mean that it lost quality. It actually got better because you were more focused on what you were talking about and not having to jump from story to story to story. So that was awesome. And that's just how it's going to be on all the shows going forward. We got to get this time down. So that goes to show you that I'm not selfish, because other people will be like, oh man, the longer the shows go, the more watch hours you get and the closer you get to being no. I don't sacrifice quality for anything. When these shows need to be shorter, they need to be shorter. And we give you something to look forward to next week. I had the story about the lady being hit in the head with the brick. We couldn't get to it. We'll get to it next week. I want to know the fellas' thoughts on what's going on with Erica Mena on Love and Hip Hop, but we'll get to it next week. So, it is what it is. We got next week. So until then, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations. Tomorrow, Tape Fist Politics. Peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy.
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason.
Yeah, man.